You ready? Let's go.
Today is that day.
The 17-year-old woman lured a man into having sex with her and then killed him. She thought she wouldn't go to prison like an adult, but the judge's words dealt her a heavy blow and brought her to her senses. Franca Torres, 17, Nicholas Evans, and Khalil Miller, 18, lured 21-year-old William Tonchez to death in Suwanee, Georgia. Torres agreed in advance to provide sexual services to Tonchez for $300 and agreed to meet in a remote place.
Ugh.
But when Tonchez arrived, he was brutally beaten and robbed by several teenagers. Tonchez tried to protect his property. Enraged, Torres pulled the trigger, causing him to fall to the ground and never wake up again. In court, Torres remained calm and silent because she firmly believed that she would not face serious consequences due to her age. However, when she learned that she was accused of serious crimes such as murder and robbery, she could no longer remain calm and show extreme fear. Ultimately, Torres was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Do you think this verdict is fair? Please share your opinions in the comment section below.
Actually, I don't think it's fair. I think she should get the death penalty. And I can't believe anybody. I mean, candy liquor at a truck stop costs you $20-25. I can't believe anybody would pay this nasty bitch, this Shrek-looking nasty girl, $300. Okay, let's go.
This happened at Frontier Airlines.
Oh, you're gonna check me in. I bet you we won't.
I paid for a ticket.
And you
Yeah,
paid
I paid for a
$25
ticket.
for agent assistant, and you checked in 3 hours later. Hello.
I just
And
said
you
that
thought
I.
you was gonna get on your flight.
Yeah, I
And
just
you thought
said
you
that
was
I
gonna get on your
would
flight.
pay the
And you thought you was gonna get
$25.
on your flight. And you thought you.
And you want to know why there's black fatigue to these menace to society pieces of shit. This is why. She works for the airline, and this is how she treats customers. See, anytime you hire a bunch of blacks at a fast food joint like McDonald's, Burger King, anybody, customer service goes out the fucking window. They're not there for you. They're there for that paycheck so they can keep getting their food stamps and welfare. Your customer service goes right out the fucking window, as we can see here.
Gonna get on your flight, and you thought you was gonna get on your flight, and you thought you was gonna get on your flight.
I literally paid for a ticket. I'm here 30 minutes. I'm here 30 minutes before my flight, and they're not letting me check in.
And you're not getting on your flight.
Because it's a policy. We don't control that.
And you will never fly.
You were about to let me check in, and you decided that you ain't gonna let me check in.
Make me check you in. Make
You
me
literally.
Make me check you in. Make me check you in. Repeating there as well. You know who wouldn't do that to you?
Jersey Mike's.
Or autistic people. They would check you in perfectly and go, yep, there you go, boarding pass.
Filming, the repeating, the hood. It's crazy how far we've fallen, guys. Remember they used to bring like a ham down the aisle of a fully reclinable seat that's wide. They'd carve you some turkey off, let you smoke cigs on the airplane. Now you got some urban woman who should be a statue somewhere.
I remember
just
those
chirping in your
days.
face, not letting you check in for your flight.
This happened at Frontier Airlines.
Oh, you're gonna check me in. I bet you we won't.
I paid.
What do you guys think about that? Could you imagine paying $300, $400, $500, $600 for an airline ticket, and you got to deal with this hood rat that's working at the airlines? Because see, she was only hired because of DEI, not because she's educated, because she's not, or she wouldn't treat customers this way. Am I the only one that feels this way about these menaces to society pieces of shit? I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous. If I paid $600, oh my God, I'd be going to jail. What is going on? What makes me laugh is the spam calls and the illegal idiots can speak English. I tell them to go back to their country and learn. Yeah, if you're in America, speak English. Waiting to have the new implants. No, I wish they never existed. Same here, Chris. We were never meant to live amongst these hood rats. They should be in Africa. See, here's what happened. The blacks in Africa rounded up blacks from other tribes and sold them as slaves to the English. And then the English put them on a boat and sent them over here into other countries. Do you know we missed it by one vote in Congress to send all the freed slaves back to Africa back in the 1800s when Lincoln freed them? We missed it by one vote because he felt It would cost the taxpayers too much money. And look at us now, billions and billions a month. Okay.
I'll just leave this right here. Y'all do with it whatever you want. Check it out.
Well, this is Derek, and we're here at the Palm Beach County Courthouse. Just wrapped up the civil trial dealing with Mr. Bradley Edwards, attorney who's represented many of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. First off, thank you so much for your...
I don't care about that.
My name's Leanne. Leanne?
Come in! Holy shit! Okay, I think I've seen enough of that one. I don't care about that.
Some people are saying that this video perfectly demonstrates the current state of our education system.
You're surrounded by pigs and bigots.
What's wrong with these guys? They're here to protect you.
No, they're not. They're not here to protect you.
Well, if somebody comes on campus and they start blasting, who you think gonna help you? Yourself? With what? To shoot you? Why are you shaking and being weird? These guys are not gonna shoot you.
Upset. I'm rightfully upset.
No, you're not.
You're
entitled idiots. Mentally disturbed.
Who don't like me? These guys?
Are you kidding me? How many white people are surrounded?
White people hate me?
It's you and this one person, one black guy.
So every white person hate black people?
No, but
do you hate me?
You're with, dude.
You guys really believe this? You upset over nothing. You think that white people hate me? You think these cops are gonna kill me for no reason?
Yeah.
You know how crazy that sounds?
You weren't a spokesperson for them. They killed you.
They're protecting me right now. Your whole argument is over.
Some people are saying that this video
This road rager refused to calm down, but he quickly learned his lesson. He came up to the other driver, took a swing, spat at the man, and started insulting him.
Call 911 for me, thank you. I'll pop a cap in your ass. Shit out.
He kept attacking the guy, but at one point, he decided to also hit his car, and that's when the driver's patience ran out. It wasn't over yet, because an officer happened to be passing by, and besides a headache, the road rager also got a free ride straight to jail. This road rager
But here's the problem. Somebody said something about, I think Chris said it. Chris, here's the problem. I agree that there's some good black people. But I also agree there's not enough good black people to make a difference for the entire race. That's the problem. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion. That is a fact. I don't care about that.
This fine, upstanding 16-year-old American citizen from the state of Florida just challenged the sheriff in his county to come find him on the over 50 charges that he is wanted for. Unfortunately for him, that sheriff is Sheriff Grady Judd. Now that's this guy. You've probably seen him on the internet talking about putting so many bullet holes in a person.
I think that's too loud.
If you are a bad guy, this is not the dude that you want coming after you. Sheriff Grady Judd's response to this was, challenge accepted. So who wants to put bets on how long it takes before this kid is sitting in Polk County Jail? This fine, upstanding 16-year-old American citizen from the state of Florida just challenged the sheriff in his county to come find him on the over 50...
We already heard it.
Here's what's so annoying about it. Like,
pull over now!
A 13-year-old steals his mom's brand new BMW. Just wait till you see what happens at the end. Was this deserved?
call ended.
Pull over now!
Is that mom? Is that his mom trying to get him to pull over? Beat his ass if you're mom. Right on the side of the road. Beat the shit out of him. Slap him in his face and then beat his ass. Snatch his ass. There you go. Snatch his ass up by the hair of his head.
Steals his mom's brand new BMW, but just wait till you see what happens at the end. Was this deserved?
Beat his ass.
Hey, Miley. Can you sign this?
Sure. This is the one you picked? Oh boy.
Can you sign this for me?
Absolutely. What do you got?
I don't know what that is.
The two aircraft flying parallel before an elaborate maneuver goes wrong, leading them to crash and get stuck together. It happened in Jira, Germany.
Hope they didn't land in somebody's kitchen.
Margo, you ate on the charger. Oh man, I don't know what happened to the regular plate.
She ate on the chart. I don't know what that is. Almost stolen by driver was alert. But driver was alert. Yeah. See, this is why you need a handgun in your car. I go nowhere without my Glock 23. Wow. What do you want to bet? They're from the hood. I'll bet you.
Well, what do you think happened on 9/11?
We went to this yard sale in what the seller described as an upscale neighborhood, and you won't believe what we found. This area.
I don't care.
Why you want to kill deer?
Because I eat them.
Why?
Because I eat them.
What do you do to you?
All right, you're on video. I eat them. You eat? Do you buy meat from the supermarket?
Yeah, but we're not going.
You know they get killed. They get killed killed in dirty areas, nasty, a whole bunch of
Not a dirty, nasty area.
blood leaking. That's why I'm saying. That's why you don't want that.
You know, you're like a hero on Long Island right now.
What?
Because kids are upset. They're crying because you want to kill deer.
I'm sorry that they're crying. You need to explain to them that it's part of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, why don't you go get away?
See,
excuse me.
What this
Don't hit
is,
my car.
see, this is parents protecting their children. See, this is what happens when you put fucking locks and shit on your cabinets and plugs in your light sockets and shit, or your plugs. See, most kids, a lot of kids shouldn't even make it past 12. They kill themselves off. But no, we got to protect them 100% from the real world. And that's what's happening here. The guy's deer hunting, and the kid's all upset about it. Where do you think your freaking steaks come from, idiot? And all the hamburgers you eat. Whatever.
He said, what? Last Christmas, we canceled a song that's called Baby It's Cold Outside. People said that they were triggered, that the lyrics were rapey, and they had toxic masculinity.
Do you guys remember that? They were going ape shit about Baby It's Cold Outside. I remember that. It was a couple years ago. The liberals were they boycotted it and everything.
Radio
Listen.
stations across the country wouldn't play the song because people were outraged. But at the exact same time, the #1 song in this nation for over 2 months was Wet Ass. I'm not making that up. You can look it up. I want to wrap up my show by comparing and contrasting the lyrics of these two songs. Let's start with the hardly offensive Christmas song. I really can't stay, Baby It's Cold Outside. I gotta go away, Baby It's Cold Outside. This evening has been very nice. Yeah, you with some wet. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? I don't want to spit, I want to gulp. I want to gag, I want to choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, this country has lost its mind.
Holy.
Question, just to wrap it up. Why should we hire you, Daryl?
Oh.
This is the time. You tell me, why should we hire you?
Oh, you people posted the job online now.
We did. We did.
So you're looking for somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here I am. You called, I answered. I mean, it doesn't have to get more complicated than that. And also, if you hire me now, you don't have to talk to anybody else. So. Imagine if you hire me now, done. You see this work, they're giving you, I don't know, who assigned you this? They're giving you busy work. If I were you, I'll do yourself a favor. Just hire me. That way, you don't have to interview. You don't have to evaluate. Done. You have your hire. You can go home, rest for the rest of the week.
Cut all this out.
Hold on. I don't like these. All right. Yep. Just hire him so you don't have to interview no more. Dumb fucking piece of shit. Can't make this shit up.
Trans person has a breakdown.
This is to all my trans women out there, that you know that we deserve love, that we deserve such a pure love, because we love
You deserve
so
a mental
hard.
institution.
And if you feel in your soul that that man is not working, listen to it. Listen to it. Protect yourself. These men aren't shit. I am so sick and tired
Mental
of nurturing these
institution.
broken fucking men who literally
They have so much love to give. Everybody, young, old, women, children.
Bathroom.
It's like, what was that first one? And I had this idea. Why can't trans people just date each other? Because if they really leaned into dating each other, I'd happily lump them more in with the LGB as opposed to making them a special thing of a T. Here, I'm going to cook a little bit. LGBTP.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what the P stands for, right? So you got P,
No.
and you got LGBT. If you guys all dated each other, I'd
P?
move the T over here. But right now, you're as close to the P as you can get. This trans
What's
person
P?
has a breakdown.
Wait, what's P? I don't know what P is. What do you think, Texas? You think there's any pegging going on?
We got action.
Congrats!
We got action.
Gun comes out.
Ooh, we got action. We got action. We got action, bitch.
Now, see, back when I was growing up, no shit. When we saw something like that, people were breaking up the fight. We weren't holding an iPhone. We weren't, because it didn't exist. But we usually knew the two people that were fighting. We would all jump in and break them apart. You're exactly right, Texas.
Do not shoot that gun, bro. She done shot her.
We got action. We got action. We got action. Don't shoot her. Don't shoot her. Don't shoot her. The repeating. You guys know what to do when you hear the repeating. Pretty unrelatable. And then you look around the park and there's kids everywhere. So there's a gun out at the park. People are being
They don't
shot.
care.
The lady shot her own sister by accident.
Fucking
There's
animals.
kids everywhere. And this is the part I thought was most telling. After the gunshot happens, you see this woman here filming with her phone with her kids standing in front of her.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, oh, let's get the kids out of here or get behind me or let me cover you up and let's run. The lady's filming and the kid's just standing right there. And then also we'll play at the very end of the clip here, you can see they get into an Audi Q7 and then a Range Rover. This is high-class PPP scammers.
This is crazy.
Well, yeah, because you can make $4,000, $5,000 a day selling drugs. Of course, they got a nice vehicle.
We talk about EBT abuse, and we make our points.
Using them on sugar and soda, really
Unhealthy ways to abuse the system. But to be fair, we need to show the other side of EBT and hear them out too, because they could make some compelling points that could change our minds.
Trump need to shut the hell up and sit down some fucking way, because when I get my food stamps, I buy food with my food stamps. I like to buy Pepsi because that's what I drink. Pepsi. I buy 2-liter Pepsis every time I go to the market. And I like snacks. I like to snack the kids.
Yeah, we can tell you like
So
snacks,
who would you
Shrek.
tell us that we can't buy Pepsis and sodas with our snacks? We should be able to get what the hell we want to get with our food snacks.
So there you go. I like Pepsi.
Pretty compelling argument. She likes Pepsi. She wants to continue buying Pepsi. I didn't think of that.
An hour of food stamps, and it's like, well, your taxpayer-funded food subsidy. She'll be making a video in the
Yeah,
future like, who's going to pay for
taxpayers.
my baby's diabetes?
So that's the other side of the argument for allowing sugary sweets and food that's bad for you on food stamps is I like Pepsi.
Now, you guys know what that's about, right? Trump is cracking down on the EBT. There's so much fraud. Like I told you before, this black woman I have 2 kids of her own and borrow her neighbor's 6 kids and go to the DFACS with 8 fucking kids. But anyway, Trump is saying that with the food stamps, they're not going to be able to buy sodas and snacks like cakes and all that. It's for food to feed your kids, like hamburger and chicken. And then the sides to go with it, like some potatoes to make mashed potatoes and green beans, but not a bunch of snacks. So that's what she's talking about. Yeah, the little Debbies and shit. What the hell? I don't get it. I don't even know who that is. Why has she got a mic in her hand? She can't sing worth a shit. She sounds like me at 2 a.m.
The lady in the crowd shoves the guy who saves her, too. And it's 2025. Girls don't need to be saved by a man anymore. And it's like, ma'am, you're hanging off a balcony and you can't do a pull-up.
You got saved by the wrist like a Mission Impossible movie.
Right.
You should be
That
dead.
was great.
Yeah,
Is this feminism? Is this something like that? I don't really know.
I think it's one of those things where you see a clip and you go, ooh, that sums up where we're at in 2025.
I don't need your help. You just saved my life 2 seconds ago. Shortest memory ever. Goldfish. Hamster memory.
It's the New York City mayoral race. Listen to what the focus of the debate is.
Mr. Cuomo?
Given the hostility and the anti-Semitism that has been shown in New York, I would go to Israel.
Mr. Tilson, where would you go?
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel.
I don't know what
First,
that's
we have a
about.
crash with suspected illegals based on how they react to post-crash.
Car flipped over.
Oh, they're f***ing running.
Oh, yeah, they're running.
So
Shoot
the
'em!
car flips, the people run with their carry-on and children.
Yeah, a pack of shorter than average brown people are sprinting from the scene of a crash.
What happens if you are the person they crashed into? Do you get insurance coverage for that, or is it, do you have to pay for it yourself?
You have to have uninsured motorist coverage, remember? But yeah, you know, that's where we're at in America. People flee the scene, and then you are worried about, oh, my premiums went up, and this happened, X, Y, Z, and you follow all the rules, and you don't do the buy now, pay later. You pay your insurance on time, and you just dealt with an increase, and then you see shit like this, and there's a 2-tiered, basically full society that you're living in.
First, we have a crash with suspected. This guy's a child predator, gets caught. He's got some mental issues, but he does the unthinkable.
Again, he's a danger to society. I understand you're saying he's got mental health conditions, but that doesn't justify his actions.
Oh, shit, I knocked the fuck. Okay, good.
What the f was that? What the f was that? What the f was that?
Yeah, what was that, you piece of shit? Knocked the shit out of him. That's exactly what I'd have done.
Like, what were you thinking? This guy's a child predator.
Hi everyone, my name's Kaden and I'm 15 years old. I'm a bit late because I have to travel to a different county to training now because there's no buildings free in town for our boxing club. I'm here to give my perspective on the iPass centres and the unvetted moving into my town, my home. I've lived in Blaney my whole life and always praised my town for the spirit and community. As a young person, especially a young girl, I feel more unsafe now than ever. I go to school in Monaghan, which means I get the bus every day, but after a few scary encounters, I can't even walk alone to the bus anymore. Every morning, either my mum just after a night shift or my dad dragging my brother out of bed, one of them has to walk me to the bus. As I walk through what is now known among the young ones as the dodgiest part of Blaney, most of you will know what
I don't get it.
This is so embarrassing as a 15-year-old.
Okay.
Hey, nobody told me it was going to be impossible to find a job in Tennessee if I was trans. I've been applying for a year with my trans pronouns and trans name.
Hey, fucktard. Hey, Snapdragon, listen to me. You might want to pull that fucking bull nose ring out of your nose and then go from there. Maybe stop by a barber shop or something. Just saying. I mean, you don't go look for a job looking like you're headed to a thug party, right?
name and everything in between. And no one told me that I was never going to get a fucking interview here because I have it in my resume.
What do you?
I took it out of my resume. I got an interview the next day. I'm working a new job that I've been working for like 2 weeks now as male me.
Yeah, it's because you're trans.
People who are trans also have some annoying character traits that are constantly being brought up at work and interfering with your ability to function in your job, right?
Yeah, it's exhausting, and you'll poison the company. Everyone who's trans, they'll be wearing George Floyd pins. They'll be trying to unionize. They'll hire more trans people to make your company very progressive. So this is like progress, in my opinion.
For sure.
Like you get an application or a resume to your company, and you see he, him, or she, her, or Jermichael.
Yeah, if you see Sean Drake, you kind of know who you're getting, who's showing up for the interview already,
You
right?
can go, we got he, her, she, him, they, them, Jermichael. Well, let's just go with this guy.
Who even came up with that
John
stupid
Smith.
shit?
I've had pretty good success rate with John Smith for the last couple times. He hits.
Hey, nobody told me.
This fat black woman in the street is pretty entitled.
Green light.
Green light, but she walking.
And it's your fault.
I keep going. You're not stopping my freedom of movement, Aunt Jemima.
Somewhere.
It's your fault.
You
It's
fat
your fault.
fucking bitch.
Someone's beeping and not happy.
She's not in the crosswalk.
She's gonna have to move out of the way because my car is going forward.
And she doesn't really concede to you.
We're talking about acres and acres of ass right
I
there.
can't believe she was yelling. She's loud too.
No.
See, that's why they're so big. Thank you, Mr. Taxpayers and Mrs. Taxpayers. Yeah, that's why they're so fucking fat. EBT.
This fat black woman in the
They don't have to pay for their
This
food.
woman's driving while playing on their phone, and the kids are playing fake guns.
Yeah, like they're doing a drive-by or something.
Doesn't look good.
Practicing they
Mom,
drive.
is Mama teaching them anything? No.
And Mom is texting, not attending to the children.
Texting and driving, her hairs did, her nails did, eyelashes did, eyebrows did. And some people might say, well, kids are just playing, cowboys and Indians.
No, they're
playing
not.
army men. They're imitating drive-by shootings. There's a difference there. This woman's driving while playing. They were doing an interview at Martha's Vineyard, where I believe ICE is detaining some people. And listen to what this lady says about it.
I think it could be any of us next.
Martha's Vineyard resident Jane Catch held a sign yesterday at the Vineyard Haven terminal warning visitors.
Could be any one of us. You have like a house in Martha's Vineyard that's worth millions that you probably inherited from 4 generations ago.
Exactly.
You're going to be okay.
Something that stands out to me, these older women and these leftist women are always the ones of videos you see stepping in front of ICE, disrupting a federal investigation. You never see a construction worker out there going, no one's illegal. Blue-collar guys, because they're the ones who are competing with illegal immigrant labor, and they don't have much sympathy. The woman who inherited the house and spends her days kayaking on Martha's Vineyard, she'll take up the cause because she has some sort of psychological thing, a white savior complex.
Yeah.
I just heard Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, he mentioned something about immigration. The bottom 20% of Americans for the last 20 years have had zero wage growth because of immigration.
They were doing an interview at...
Everybody come show me their license, okay? Nobody else leaves. Who's back?
Ain't nobody got a license.
No.
What license?
The muscles? Yeah, muscles. I think it's you guys trying to hide the muscles? No. Come on. Hey, you guys have any snails?
Oh, this is
no snails?
This is not
Anything in the
law
bucket? Any
enforcement.
crabs?
This is
What's in the cooler?
game wardens.
I thought you said no snails. No snails. Okay.
They come from China, and they don't really follow the rules. They do what the Chinese do with the ocean, and they just take all fish now, leave nothing for future generations.
United States Fish and Wildlife, we're kind of like the forefront, the world leader on conservation. We're going to throw away like many, many decades of good conservation. We're just letting in people who don't care, don't respect it.
They don't even get it. Oh, you catch it, you eat it. Yeah, you put it in the pot, it cooks. And they lie to your face.
They casually lie and they go, I thought you said there's no snails in here. And he goes, oh, no, like this. So, we need to be fining these people and really starting a record and then have escalating penalties because these are the type of people who, they lie to your face, they laugh, they're going to slurp up the snails.
Everybody come show me their license.
To my fellow white people, do y'all know why black people haven't got over it? And y'all know what I'm talking about. It's because we never got our get back, bruh. Our whole motherfucking nobody ever got to do anything, bruh. Imagine if somebody walked up to you today and just smacked fire up out your dumb ass. And you didn't do shit. That shit gonna hunt you for the rest of your life. You know why it's gonna hunt you? Because a motherfucker just came and did whatever to you, and you never got to do anything back to them. So no, we're never going to forget it. We're never going to let it go until we get our get back. However that has to happen. Reparation.
Another person who's haunted by 1800s historical politics.
Exactly. This is creating a world in your own mind where you're constantly thinking about these things. Like, these people are carrying around baggage and things that they're like making up in their head and inflating to be much crazier than they are. And obviously, you never experienced anything. Everyone was nice to you. You probably had teachers who like tried to help you.
Correct. They didn't experience nothing.
Family who gets EBT and Section 8 housing. Yeah. People that commit crimes and get let out of jail. There's like plenty of stuff.
Here's my opinion on this, because he's talking about they've never gotten over slavery. The menaces to society, blacks in our country, they should be on their hands and knees thanking God that their ancestors were slaves. Because if it hadn't went down that way, they would be running through the fucking jungle in Africa with a bone through their nose hollering goonie goo goo. That's number one. Number two, they don't have welfare and food stamps in Africa, which is another reason you should be thanking God that you're here in America, the land of the free. Thank God your ancestors was slaves. I've never owned a slave. He was never a slave. Now, you want to talk about reparations? You fucking black idiot. We've been paying your dumbasses reparations since 1968 under LBJ in the form of food stamps, welfare, 100% free health care under Medicaid, free housing, free lights, free phone, free school supplies for your fucking dumbass kids, free school clothes, free lunches. What the fuck are you talking about, reparations? We've been paying it every month since 1968. But that's my opinion.
This guy, he says 400 absences, 6...
LBJ, Leonard B. Johnson. He took over after JFK was assassinated. He was JFK's vice president. And he's the one that came up with this welfare saying the blacks would be voting Democrats for the next 100 years. Of course, he didn't say blacks. He used the N-word.
Failed classes, still graduating. Anyone can do it. Wow.
Look, did you hear that? Look.
And we have pictures of him with his boy. This guy, he says 400 absences, 6 failed classes, still graduating. Anyone can do it. Wow. And we have pictures of him with his boys. We have pictures of him flexing a bracelet, a tennis bracelet. So we got a little gift. And we actually pulled up his grades. Can you read some of his grades?
Yeah, he got an F in English.
He graduated.
23%. He got an F in a math class. 21%. SPN 2, Spanish 2, 2.5% he got.
So he knows a little bit of Spanish.
I think he knows hola. Like one word.
2.5% means that you got one question right the whole year. This guy, he says 400 absences, 6 failed classes, still graduating. Anyone can do it.
Failed all his classes, but yet they still let him graduate. Yeah, that's where the participation trophies come in.
Video released from the Lakewood Sheriff's Station showing the moment an elderly woman is attacked while walking down the street in the middle of the afternoon.
He was sworn in,
hard on the ground as her
on Air
purse
Force
is
One.
snatched from her hands.
From what we understand from the daughter, he had brass knuckles, so he socked her before pulling her purse away from her.
This neighbor says her cameras caught another angle.
How old was the
video
lady?
Released from the Lakewood Sheriff's Station showing the moment an elderly woman is attacked while walking down the street in the middle of the afternoon.
So now you can't even walk down the street without some hood rat coming along. Yeah, but this has been happening for years. We just know more about it because everybody's got a camera.
Falling hard on the ground as her purse is snatched from her hands.
From what we understand from the daughter, he had brass knuckles, so he socked her before pulling her purse away from her.
This neighbor says her cameras caught another angle. The suspect following the woman, said to be in her 80s, before the attack.
Oh, shit.
And then running away, purse in hand.
Hate these neighbors.
85-year-old woman. She ended up getting like 16 stitches, spent a week in the hospital. You guys know how much money old ladies have in their purses? You're hospitalizing someone for a maybe. And this kid, they can't release his name. He's a juvenile. Who does that protect? It's like supposed to protect the kid. And it's like, we got a brutally violent, totally incapable of decision-making person who, what, he's a year or two away from being an adult, so now the society at large has no vested interest in knowing who's attacking 85-year-olds out there? We need to kind of recalibrate who it's for and who the justice system's for.
Video released from the Lakewood Sheriff Station showing the moment in
That's appalling. 80-something years old. Punches her in the face with some brass knuckles. If anybody has a grandma, you know they only carry, what, $10, $15, $20 in their wallet? They don't carry a lot of money. Like he said, he attacked her for a maybe. She might have some money in there. Wow.
At some point, shots were fired, and the individual, identified as Janidi Ibrahim, was struck by that gunfire.
Ibrahim's uncle tells us Janidi and his family are refugees from Somalia and have been in the United States for about 5 years.
The sad thing is the father's not even in town. He traveled to Africa, but we don't know when he's going to get back right now.
So the shooter's father couldn't comment because he was on vacation in Somalia,
where he sought refugee status from. These guys are refugees, guests in our country, and he's vacationing back to the place he fled from.
And then someone else, speaking of Somalis, which are obviously all over Minnesota, listen to what they said about the Somalis in Minnesota from this tweet.
A lot of Somalis in Minneapolis spend half the year in Somalia. The city council agreed to keep paying their Section 8 rent and food benefits while they are gone.
So the Somalis go back to Africa for large chunks of the year, and then while they're in Africa, they still receive food stamps and benefits and Section 8 housing.
At some point.
Now you know why Trump is cracking down. See, I think we should do away with the EBT and all that shit. Do away with that crap. Send it back to the churches. That's the way it used to be. If you were down and out, you went to your local church and they would bring you bags of food that you could actually cook. No, there wouldn't be a bunch of Twinkies and all that shit in the bag, but it'd be some canned goods and some sandwich meat and all that shit. Send it back to the churches. It should not be the responsibility of the hard-working taxpayers to support these lazy pieces of shit.
This woman's in South Africa, and she's wondering why all of the houses have big walls and barbed wire fences.
South Africans, I have a question. Why is it all this? The houses are beautiful, but why is it all this? You see how every last place got all that barbed wire and shit? Everything fucking barbed wire. And y'all know that's how it is. And y'all know that's how it is everywhere. Why is it like that, y'all? Why is it fucking barbed wire? Who they trying to keep out?
Who they trying to keep out? And it's
People
funny
like
because he's trying to
you
insinuate
fucking idiot.
racism from who they trying to keep out, but is literally keeping out anyone who's scaling the wall and trying to break in. That's who's kept out from your house. Anyone who's trying to climb over the fence. I thought she was being sarcastic at first.
I couldn't tell. I honestly couldn't tell.
Who they keeping out? I don't think you have that much sarcasm in the repertoire. This woman's in South Africa. A Chinese judge stopped.
A tranquil beach town on the South Carolina coast turned into a scene of chaos and bloodshed on Sunday night. At least 10 people were shot, with some in critical condition in the 9:30 p.m. incident.
Must have been something important to shoot 10 people.
And then here is the poster for the party where the shooting took place.
If you're
Is anybody surprised? Because I'm not. That doesn't surprise me at all.
boat party looks like this, and then the poster for the boat party looks like that, And then the shirts everyone's wearing looks like this. And the sign at the local fast food place looks like that. Pay at next winnow. Your tombstone is going to look like this.
Yeah.
Wait.
Money chaser.
For the party where the shooting took place.
Wait. Pay at the next window. Yeah, because they don't speak English. They speak Ebonics.
If your boat party looks like this, and then the poster for the boat party looks like that, and then
look at the poster for the boat party. It looks like a prostitute convention, doesn't it?
the shirts everyone's wearing looks like this, and the sign at the local fast food place looks like that. Pay at next window. Your tombstone is going to look like this.
Yeah.
Money chaser.
Yeah, paper chaser. It's kind of like a bright red snake, poisonous frog. They're signaling danger. If you have the hood poster for that boat tour,
it's like a reverse advertisement. Mr. Live Life and the boat party.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be able to go to that.
A tranquil beach town on the South Carolina coast turned.
The truth is, y'all hating on me because I.
Okay, listen. I've seen this one. Pay attention. This is how the huge majority of the hood rats feel about food stamps. They're entitled to them. Okay.
The truth is, y'all hating on me because I live rent-free and I can afford the luxuries that y'all dream about for me and my kids. I'm going to continue to buy my luxury bags while the government pay my rent. I'm going to continue to go on trips and do the things that me and my kids love to do while y'all struggle to pay for a grocery bill and I'm swiping my EBT card.
There you go.
That's the type of
There you
parasite
go.
who exists. They're
Yeah.
surviving on Section 8 and EBT. They have this monster leg up against anybody. They're not even basically competing in the economy.
You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to buy your own food.
And then
Correct.
what does someone who
Or
does
pay
that
your own lights.
Buy gold bars. Buy Bitcoin.
I'm stacking up Bitcoin.
I'm in index funds.
It's deflationary. There's only so much supply.
She's buying Coach bags, the Coach backpack, not even cool stuff.
She buys trips and diminishing designer bags. Isn't that so crazy how much these brands got these people in a headlock?
The truth is...
Exactly, T-Gun. T-Gun said on YouTube, and yet there's veterans who have served dying homeless on the streets. But that's how they feel. I'll continue to buy my designer purses and swipe my EBT card. And then they ask us, are we racist? Yep, we are racist against behavior. Absolutely.
2 women Secret Service agents that got into a fight outside the Obama house at 2:30 in the morning earlier in the week.
Here's the video. Scuffle right outside of the car. It's a real fight.
That's a real fight.
I like these guys.
Nobody does much damage, but...
A workplace fight and your job is Secret Service agent. There's not a more qualified person for this. That's a man.
Yeah.
The reason they fought was because one of the agents that was arriving to replace the other girl, she was late for her shift. You're late for your shift as a Secret Service agent?
Yeah, Obama.
This isn't like working at Popeyes.
I know.
And
This happened just outside Obama's residence in Washington, D.C.
apparently there's a radio chatter before the fight happened where the woman who was on duty getting replaced said, can I get a supervisor down here before I said your Secret Service job and the other girl's late? Everyone's fucking fired. Crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's no time or place for a woman Secret Service agent. Maybe Melania wants to try on a dress in the dressing room at Macy's. You gotta have a
She's
lady
right
around.
here.
I get it. But still, this is kind of absurd. They're fighting each other.
Yep.
2 women Secret Service. We got a trans boy at Smith College who's really upset with people.
Fascist, fucking. I don't give a fuck who you are. The fact that you feel this way makes you completely immoral, intolerant of anybody. I don't care if you have a fucking master's degree. I don't care if you feel like you're tall and proud. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, these people need mental help. They need to be in a mental institution, getting the help that they desperately need. Not out here on the street calling us names and saying how pathetic we are They need medical, mental help. Help, not help. Help. Desperately.
Yourselves. This is absolutely fucking disgusting.
Cromwell, you can't get that unless you're a hood rat. Are you kidding me? Good luck. Let me know how that works out for you there, Cromwell.
I can't believe you, and you can take your fucking Blue Lives Matter flag with you. You're welcome.
It's weirdos.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, keep that shit behind closed doors. I don't care if you suck a dick. I could give a shit if you're a cock smoker. Keep that shit behind closed doors. Don't bring it out here into the public parks where little kids can see you dressed up like some fucking freak. Do whatever you want behind closed doors. It's nobody's business.
Average Democrat guy. We got a trans boy at Smith College who's New Orleans prison escape. 11 prisoners got out. Some were caught already, but here's the initial story.
Approximately 11 individuals that had breached or escaped our custody. Those individuals right now were named. So 1 through 11, Antoine Massey, Linton Van Buren, Jermaine Donald, Leo Tate, Kendall Miles, Derek Groves, Corey Boyd, Gary Price.
Van Buren.
Linton Van Buren.
Oh, founding father.
And here's the pictures of all of them, and they're a certain...
Anybody surprised?
Type of guy.
Yeah,
And then
me
they got
neither.
out the toilet. The toilet just had an exit, and they moved the toilet, bent the bars, and got out. And then they wrote a note, and it said "too easy" with a grammatical error.
Misspelled. Suck my dick, it says. OP50. And this is actually the same. This is the plot of Prison Break.
Yeah.
They removed the toilet. So
very sophisticated.
Who do you think the mastermind is?
No, I don't care, Texas. If I'm not the one, the center of attention at the pegging party, I don't care. I'm talking about golf, Texas. Don't be kinky. There used to be facilities for the mental. Yeah, there used to be. Absolutely, there was. And they're still out there. They've closed down a lot of the older buildings, but they're still. We had Central State Hospital where I was. So, yeah, they're still out there. Yeah, Texas, I'm talking about golf. You know, pegging. Drive it home. I don't know where I come up with this shit. Please ignore me. I'm mentally unstable. I need to be at least 72 hours of evaluation in a mental institution.
Leo Tate, maybe?
Linton Van Buren.
Mr. Van Buren.
He's got the presidential name.
And it's like, it wasn't a sophisticated thing like, oh, the guards, they switch at 12
Drive it
o'clock at
home.
night, and then between 12 and 12:02, there's no guard until the new guard comes on duty. That'll be when we go and we kill the lights. We go out the toilet. New Orleans prison escape.
I said, drive it home. I don't know where I come up with this shit. Please forgive me.
Listen to how these non-binary types deal with this person who just drunk drove and crashed their car.
The car's not going to start. I would wait for the ambulance to come through so they could patch you up. Upset? Fuck this guy. He's driving like an asshole.
What you're doing is like weird.
What I'm doing is weird. We're on public property. I know, but you're drunk right now.
You also are being weirdly agitated. Yeah, it's why you have a flashlight. You're being weird as shit. You're being voyeuristic and agitational. You're being voyeuristic and agitational.
Oh, but careful, careful, careful. He doesn't touch you with his blood.
Yeah, no, we're again.
Damn.
You know,
Yeah.
You're trying to agitate.
You're being an agitator.
Bloody drunk driver who just slammed into a parked car.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get away.
So this twink with the painted nails and his little lady friend are like roughly taking the side of the drunk driver.
And then you see how the drunk driver at the end goes like this towards the girl. The guy with the painted nail.
Yeah, fuck the drunk driver. I don't give a shit. You can lay there and bleed to death. EMT will be here shortly. I don't give a shit. You made your bed, lie in it. Even if there's blood there.
Isn't going to help you with that. You guys can paint your nails together, or you could tell you about deconstructing white.
Hold on. In 1998, I remember 1998, I visited Florida to see family. On my first day, a guy heard my British accent and started yelling at me that my ancestors had enslaved his ancestors, and it was my fault. Welcome to America. Like I said, they should be down on their knees praying and thanking God that their ancestors were slaves. Because if they weren't, they'd be in Africa right now. Not collecting food stamps and shit from us.
Colonialism. He's not going to help you defend against this. Listen to how this guy uses his lime green Lamborghini to make girls like him.
When I pick a girl up in my Lamborghini, which happens quite frequently, there are two reactions. The first reaction.
I don't like that
This
guy.
woman's refusing to pay, and then everyone's siding with her and mad at the bus driver.
Suck my nigga. Suck my nigga. Ass nigga. Ass nigga, drive this bus. Drive the bus. That's what your job is, to drive the bus. What you talking about?
So evidently she didn't want to pay the bus fare, so she's saying, you heard what she said.
I came to ask him for help.
They don't know how to act in public.
Talking about buy your bus ticket. I've been on the bus for 30 seconds and I don't even know where the I'm going.
And what the fuck you on the bus for if you don't know where you're going?
Yeah, and then people in the back start screaming, just drive the bus, just drive the bus. So siding with her instead of siding with the bus driver who has rules.
She obviously didn't pay, and she goes, the bus driver expected me to buy a bus ticket the first 30 seconds. It's like, yeah, that's the first thing you do
Right
on
when
the
you
bus,
get
and everybody
on.
knows that.
And let's play the last 30 seconds of it, and you'll see how it ends, a little bit less, and let that play.
I don't even know what the you are, you ass nigga. I'm so sorry. You ass nigga. Been on the bus for 30 seconds and you rushing for a white man payment. You don't get no commission off my ride. And you get paid
A white man's
regardless.
payment.
And you get paid when you don't live in a project. See, this nigga's racist. This nigga's racist.
You don't live in a project?
This shit. This nigga is a racist. You don't live in a project, you ass nigga.
And eventually, she says, "You're racist. You're racist." And so she became the victim because she didn't want to pay for the bus ride, and that guy actually had standards and said, "No, we're not doing this."
Crazy.
This woman's refused.
You can't make this shit up. See, you guys thought it was me. It's not me. It's their culture. That's why lions can't live with hyenas, because of the different culture. We were never meant to live with blacks. That was forced upon us. All right, you guys ready? Let's go.
White people have always prioritized pets over black people, as policy, as culture, as strategy. You ever seen a white woman weep for a rescue dog, but not blink at a black child shot in the back? That's not a quirk. That's colonial memory at work. That's whiteness distributing empathy based on control. But black people were never allowed to be innocent.
Retard. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, what do we have?
Bullshit! Damn right I care about a dog more than I care about a black person. Damn right. Absolutely. Put my name down.
This woman's refusing to...
White people have always prioritized pets over black people, as policy, as culture, as strategy. You ever seen a white woman weep for a rescue dog, but not blink at a black child shot in the back? That's not a quirk. That's
I didn't shoot him in the
memory
back.
at work. That's whiteness distributing
It's another
empathy
future
based
criminal.
on control. But black people were never allowed to be innocent.
Retard. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, what do we have to care about anyone else for?
Imagine like a German Shepherd you've had for 9.
And here's what you got to realize. Look at the person that we're getting that information from. A mental institution patient. Yeah, see the bullnose ring right here? That's the dead giveaway that they're a fucktard.
9 years. It's 9 years old. It's gone through some of the most pivotal life moments with you. When I got into law school, I bought my first car, and then I started dating Jenny, and he shares your life, and you're walking him, and then there's some homeless black guy on the street. You go, oh my, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Obviously, the dog means more than any random dumb person on the side.
And it's actually ironic because we found out some more info about her and her background, and wait till you hear it.
Yeah, what's insane is that a white family adopted this woman from a Chinese orphanage when she was a baby after she was abandoned by her birth parents, and now she claims to be a victim of human trafficking and spends all day making the most insufferable anti-white TikToks known to man. The funny part about a woman like this, she's comparing pets to black people. She's the one bringing it up, comparing pets to black people.
Yeah,
I've never even heard that
What's going on
before.
in your sick Chinese mind, lady?
I've never heard that before.
People have always prioritized pets over black people.
I think the airport is a microcosm of America.
I agree.
You have the black TSA workers who think they're in charge and running everything, and they have a bad attitude.
Federal employees.
Then you have all the poison food, and it's a ripoff. Everything's way more. The dollar doesn't go very far at all.
Yep.
You have migrants being flown in and out. You have the ethnic foreigners who's Ubering everyone around.
Yeah.
And the backbone of the whole operation is trustworthy white guys that get people from point A to point B consistently without crashing the plane, and they're being aggressively replaced by DEI.
Competent white guys.
Even though they're the most productive and qualified, they're the reason everyone's there and has a job and there's $1 billion airport facility, they're getting replaced by brown people, women, and gays. Microcosm of America. I think the airport is a microcosm of America.
I agree with that 100%. If it wasn't for that white man pilot, none of these other freaks would even have a job.
America.
I agree.
There was an interview done with some YNs in Houston. Listen to how they described what motivates them.
Nobody want to be the cool no more with the hoes, you know what I'm saying, with the money and shit. They don't respect that no more. They respect who got the most hats, who got the most souls, you know what I'm saying, who killed the most.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying. What? I'm gonna start this one over. Texas, I might need some. Can anybody translate Ebonics? I don't know what the fuck this idiot's saying.
Done with some YNs in Houston. Listen to how they described what motivates them.
Correct,
They don't wanna be the
Cromwell.
cool no more with the hoes, you know what I'm saying, with the money and
Oh.
shit. They don't respect that no more. They respect who got the most hats, who got the most souls,
What?
you know what I'm saying, who killed the most people.
What?
This ain't no
Oh,
safe shit.
killed the people,
This
okay.
ain't no safe shit. You safe because you with us, though. I got a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
I appreciate that.
All right, so it's not about hoes. It's not about money. It's just about who kills the most people.
Which those used to be the excuses. There's no way to make money, and now apparently they've put that to the side. And they're just
Yeah,
trying
they
to
can
run
call
up
me a
body
racist.
count.
I don't give a
And
shit.
If someone says something like this,
I
you
am a
send in
racist
the
against
federal
behavior.
Law enforcement.
And everyone in the background going, yeah.
Like 12
And
of
you
them.
guys are respected, right? Yeah, because you've killed a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
All right, Cash.
On camera. Yeah.
There was an interview.
Now, see, here's the sad part. This is the part nobody thinks about. All these fucking criminal hood rats right here. Me, every white person supported their fucking asses as they were growing up. Free school supplies, free lunches, free school clothes, free food at home, free welfare check, 100% free medical. Yeah, we supported them like we were paying child support. We must be proud adopted parents, right?
These badass little niggas. Yes.
They have gloves on and everything.
These bad. Why aren't y'all in school? There goes the police. We have footage of them right now.
Yeah, Trump said no more.
There's a third one.
They made a career out of living
Another
off
one
food
looking out in the back.
stamps.
And these are the most dangerous types, in my opinion, young black
Look at that.
criminals. Because their brains aren't fully developed yet, they'll kill you over nothing. They know they're not going to get in trouble. It's kind of like the baby rattlesnake theory, where the baby rattlesnake's the most deadly because it doesn't know how to control its venom.
God forbid they get a gun.
Notice how they broke in and then climbed in the window. That's because they know if they open the door, the car alarm will go off. And they're also wearing gloves, which tells me that their fingerprints parents are probably in the system already.
Repeat juvie offenders.
This could be also the next George Floyd scenario, too, because imagine something like this happens and then someone shoots them because they're breaking into their car, and then the media will show a picture of them at 5 years old, like holding a guinea pig in school and go, oh, the white guy killed this kid.
You fucking pigs killed an 11-year-old kid.
What fixes this besides distance?
Nothing, because they get released from juvie, right?
A trip back to Africa would fix it.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so distance it is.
These badass little niggas.
I think the biggest issue in our generation is white people feeling like they have entitlement over other minorities, feeling like they need to be at least in America, feeling like they need to be at the top of the food chain, and they're not. This country was built off of slavery. This country is built off of immigrants. This country is built on stolen.
Picking some cotton doesn't mean you built America. What the fuck? You idiots never built a fucking thing in your whole fucking culture. And if you don't believe that, look at Africa. How come that's not a fucking multi-billion-dollar cities all through Africa? No, they live in slum.
Land. Respect the people that you took this from and understand that we are telling you you are wrong.
How do you think white people can do better?
Sit down. Sit down. Stop trying. They don't feel like they need to take any type of accountability, and because of that, that's why our country is
Gizzard.
It's white people who don't have the accountability necessary. George Floyd, Carmelo Anthony, ignore that. And then that's how they think. And then they say on the other hand, white people together is a problem. And then they just steamroll us.
I think the biggest issue in our generation is white people feeling like they have entitlement over other minorities, feeling like they need to be at least in America, feeling like they need to be at the top of.
Oh, man. It gets to you. It really gets to me. These ungrateful pieces of shit. We've been supporting them since 1968. How ungrateful. But anyway, I want to switch up a little bit. You guys ready? Let's go. Wait. Holy shit. She's got some anger issues. Oh, she will be. She'll pay for it. And a lot more. Look at this shit. Texas road rage. Oh, God, I hope that's not Texas. Wow.
This teenager wasn't paying attention on the road. He cut off the filming driver and got furious out of nowhere. You won't believe the wild karma he brought on himself. The boy stepped out of his car and stormed over to the driver's window just to throw out insults. When he finally started heading back to his car and things looked like they were cooling down, he got out yet again. That's when the driver took action. He contacted the road rager's workplace and filed a police report. This teenager wasn't paying attention on the road. He cut off the filming driver and got furious out of nowhere. You won't...
This guy will regret road raging in just a minute. Everything started when this black car's reckless driver cut off the red car. The red car's driver decides to pay him back by cutting him off.
See, this is the thing about somebody cutting you off. I never did understand it. Even when I was in my 20s, I'd see people arguing about it. Somebody cuts you off. You don't own that real estate that's in front of you. You're using it. It takes a tap of your brake to keep from running into the son of a bitch and just go about your day. Don't let that piece of shit control the rest of your day. I can give a damn if somebody cut. Usually I'm going too fucking fast for anybody to cut me off anyway. I'm usually doing 10, 15, 20 miles over the posted speed limit because you're allotted 10 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. That's a law. But I don't care if somebody cuts me off. Just tap my brake and go. It's just crazy. It's so stupid. Like they're fighting over real estate that doesn't belong to neither one of them.
But while doing so, clips the black car's front end. When arriving at a red light, the black car's driver decides to get out and walk towards the red car's driver window. And to make the situation worse, he can be heard yelling, "Yo, I got a piece," before throwing a punch. Hearing this, the red car's driver grabs his gun and shoots multiple shots in self-defense, managing to hit the other driver 3 times. Be careful who you road rage at next time. This guy will regret road raging in just a minute.
What the fuck? Motorcycle captured shocking. A Good Samaritan jumped out of his car and rushed to break the attack after seeing... That's some crazy shit right there, isn't it? Man. Dares to post the dumbest drivers on the internet. Wait, what?
Hello?
I'd like to point out he said damn woman. That's what he said. Doesn't surprise me at all. I worked a lot of traffic accidents.
Hello?
80s childhood candy.
Oh,
Things
here we
today's
go.
kids will never experience. Mr. Bones candy. Did you ever manage to put the whole skeleton
Never
together?
heard of it.
And what about garbage
Oh,
candy?
yeah, I remember those.
Were you
Yeah.
a fan? Like made fun dip? Dipping that stick into the sugar...
Oh my God! Who remembers the Fun Dip? I don't know if it was called Fun Dip. I remember it was called Dipstick. Like, you know, your oil dips. I thought it was called Dipstick. But I could be
Sugary
wrong.
powder was the best part of being a kid. No kid
yeah.
could ever resist the bubble gum that just poured out of those tiny juice boxes. Astro Pop candy. My teeth always got stuck in it. Shoving the whole thing in your...
Who remembers that shit? I used to buy that, and when we were playing baseball at school at PE, I would act like I'm chewing tobacco, but I had the big league chew. Yeah, that was stupid when not much has changed since then either, but I remember that. And the candy cigarettes. Oh yeah.
Your mouth and chewing away. It was seriously delicious. They'd magically appear whenever we visited
like
Grandma's
those.
house.
I didn't
Ferrara
like 'em.
pan candies. Which...
Oh yeah, Boston baked beans and those Red Hots were my favorite.
one was your favorite? Most underrated Halloween candy ever. Watermelon candy that...
Bubblicious! They still have that, don't they? I'm not sure. I remember when Bubblicious first came out.
Actually tasted more like watermelon than the real thing. Those perfect chocolate balls with their insane...
Oh, wow. Who remembers those? I used to get like 3-4 packs at the little... It wasn't called a convenience store back there then. It was Brett's something store. But you get like 2-3 of those. They were only like, I don't know, 5 cents. Oh, yeah. I'd eat those in the class. You're not supposed to eat in the classroom, but I did it. Under the table, of course.
Flavorful shells. What else do you remember? Which one was your favorite?
Please help me! Please help me!
In the early morning hours of April 22nd, Hillsborough police received a report of a kidnapping captured on a community member's doorbell camera. We just received reports that the suspect was captured today and the victim is safe.
Only 90s teens in America will get this. Back then, saying, "I can't wait to grow up," was probably the dumbest thing we ever said.
Yep.
This is how we used to tell our crush how we felt. We truly believed our high school friends would be for life. When we broke up, we We actually asked for our mixed CDs back. The first generation to grow up without, then with, social media. Kurt Cobain posters were plastered all over every bedroom wall. Yeah, sometimes we really did drink too much. We'd line up for movie premieres even though there were no assigned seats. We always left song lyrics as our aim away messages. Friday nights at the arcade, that was peak fun. We were free to act goofy without being recorded. Do you remember all this?
Yeah.
There's something dark in this house. These guys were burning down an old house they had on their property, and while peeking inside to figure out why one of the rooms wasn't burning, they captured something unexplainable on camera.
It's like exploding. Hold your breath and go look. Just make sure you can get out, because it's pretty... It's pretty amazing inside there. Did you look in the doorway? Yeah.
A tall, dark figure can be seen standing in the doorway of one of the rooms before quickly hiding away, and later, what appears to be that same figure can be seen leaving the house. Now, they didn't notice this until they watched the footage back, but they're certain that no one was left inside the house. So just who or what was that figure? And why were they trying to hide? There's something dark in this house. These guys were burning down an old house they had on their property, and while peeking inside to figure out why one of the rooms wasn't burning, they captured something unexplainable on camera.
It's like exploding. Hold your breath and go...
What? That's weird.
About 50 more years on your paper route, Sonny. That's how much.
And that works out to?
$3,500. You happy? Now beat it.
I presume you'd consider lowering the price if I paid you in cash. The money's legitimate, gentlemen.
You heard it. Keep out of this.
All right. Kid might have murdered his parents, but you got 5 minutes to explain before I call the cops, kid.
Darling, I want you to take this money and go and buy us an automobile.
Which
Whatever.
At Harvard, we don't end our sentences with prepositions.
I don't understand. I had it on spooky, and now they're changing.
Stop it. Stop. Stop. Wait till I ask a question. Are you evil? Once for yes, 2 for no.
What do you mean, what am I doing if I see that? What's up, dog?
Yeah, man, check out this dope shit. Like, yeah.
Okay, Texas.
I certainly would never want to bet against Elon.
Worst ways people have lost their lives. Part 15. Courtney Nash, a 16-year-old teenager from Florida, after swimming in the St. Johns River, a microscopic parasite called Naegleria fowleri entered her body through her nose. This parasite, also known as the brain-eating amoeba, attacked her nervous system, ultimately taking her life. Aiko Tanaka, a 14-year-old high school student, while walking near her school's track and field area, a college student threw a javelin that unfortunately pierced her skull on the left side, causing her death. Chavis Carter, a 21-year-old from Arkansas, after being detained by police and handcuffed inside a patrol car, he was later found with a gunshot wound to his head. The official version states that he committed suicide, but his family does not believe this. Carter was left-handed, yet the gunshot was on his right temple. Worst ways people have lost their lives. Part 15.
surveillance camera captured a man entering his home after a long day of work when all of a sudden, a girl slowly approached him, crying for help.
You okay? What's going on? Who's coming?
The man tried to calm the girl down before quickly grabbing his phone to call the police. Moments later, a man who was believed to be the girl's mother's boyfriend suddenly entered his house.
Get the fuck out of my house.
The girl slipped out through another door as the man forcefully demanded her mother's boyfriend leave. He then pressed charges for unlawful entry. Later, the police confirmed that the girl was safe and launched an investigation.
When my kid asks me, what were weekends like in the 80s? We'd hang out at the mall and stroll down Main Street all night. We had to pick out the perfect movie, but you had to get there early. We made epic mixtapes. We watched music shows. We'd bring a bunch of coins to play arcade games. Spent hours flipping through vinyls at the record store.
Wow, I
Rode
remember
bikes
that.
on adventures with our best friends. Went home when the streetlights came on. The feeling of butterflies when couples skated was called. Saturday mornings were made for cartoons. Late nights were for the diner. We had sleepovers every other weekend. Being a kid was just so easy, no tech. We made our own ramps and got some serious air. Sneakers hanging on every street wire. Sundays we would listen to the best music in history. We would go to get burnt or shocked on these, thrown off one of these, or have our shins cut up on these. How did you spend your...
I used to love on Sundays listening to Casey Kasem, the 100 Top Countdown. Anybody remember that? Casey Kasem?
Weekends.
He'd say, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
When my kid asks me, what were weekends like in the...
This guy was driving home when out of nowhere, a reckless Karen blew right through a stop sign.
What are you doing? Stop sign. Go. Go. Get your dyke ass out of here, bro. You ran the stop sign.
Instead of just admitting her mistake and driving off, she got out of her car and did this. She grabbed a rock and completely smashed the cam car's rear window before speeding off.
Siri, call 911.
The filming driver immediately took off after her, dialing 911 at the same time. He tried everything to catch up driving at crazy speeds while talking to report the situation.
I just got assaulted. My vehicle just got hit by some lady. She broke the back window of my car.
That wasn't a lady, that was a freak.
She pulled off.
Turns out the plates on her car were from a stolen vehicle, making it impossible to track her down. This guy was driving home when out of nowhere, a reckless...
Wow.
Holy cow. Maybe there's gang activity here. That's crazy.
Hey, what is going on? Alright, hey, stop. Stop. Put your hands behind your back. Excuse me?
Yeah, he was.
Do you wait for parking?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people don't know that. But Casey Kasem was the voice of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. Absolutely. I didn't know that growing up when I was watching Scooby-Doo. But yeah, I found it out later. But man, I used to love listening to Casey Kasem. I was 16 years old, there listening to the radio in my room. Damn.
Huh? Do you work for parking?
I don't work for parking.
Okay, so what's going on with that?
Huh?
What's going on with that?
Well, I need you to tell me what you're doing to me right now.
Okay, what are you doing?
Get your hands off me first, please.
11, go ahead and step it up. Hey, stop. Hey. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
14, count 5.
Put your hands behind When I tell you to do something, you do it, okay?
No. No, that's not how that works. All right.
That's how it is.
Actually, it is. That's called a lawful order.
All right. Go ahead.
Get the f out of here. I know my rights.
Oh, yeah?
That's why you're in cuffs.
Hey, can you grab them? So right now,
Yeah, that's why you're in cuffs,
taking
dumbass.
that from the booth then, that's theft, right?
I don't know what you're saying.
And this piece of shit shouldn't be a cop. He can't even speak English. What the fuck, over? I don't even want to watch
This guy decided to fight the owner of the house he had just broken into, but he quickly learned it was a very bad idea. Late at night, when the homeowner heard a noise and realized he had some uninvited guests inside, he immediately went to confront them.
Fuck the f up right now.
Don't tell my man.
Huh?
Come down here then. Come down here.
And although one of the guys quickly understood it was better to leave, his buddy wasn't as smart, and well, he learned his lesson the hard way.
Are you threatening me?
Bro, I'm saying get away from my guy. Bro, look, bro, I'm in my house. I'm in my house. Bro.
What the f? Oh my God! No! Get out!
This guy decided to fight the owner of the house.
I would have already shot him. Absolutely, I would have done shot him. Yeah, I've heard about the riots in LA. What are they rioting over, by the way? Let me go back to live. I'm just curious. Does anybody know? Oh, they're calling it it's not a protest, dumbass. It's a riot. Here, hold on. I'll show it to you. Is that what it is? ICE raids? They're riding over ICE raids? Okay, yeah, they clashed with ICE in LA streets. Shoot them. They should shoot them on sight. All you have to do is shoot 2 or 3 of them, and the rest of them will run away and not come back. Shoot to kill. Don't put up with that stupid shit. Their life no longer matters if they're gonna do that shit. They've given up their right to live if they're gonna start attacking law enforcement. Good. And the National Guard needs to shoot to kill. Shoot that piece of shit right there. Right in the face. End of threat. No more threat. And you see all these fucking idiots recording on the sideline? They would run as soon as this piece of shit hits the ground. That's the citizens there declaring war on the police. They should be able to respond with deadly force. Look at these idiots. Yep. They've already announced to the world their life does not matter anymore. All these fucking idiots run around with their fucking cameras. Instead of stopping the idiots, they gotta film it. On my Discord? Oh, Texas Ghost Stories. Okay. No, she ain't missed no meal, has she? Absolutely not. Thank you, Mr. Taxpayer. No, I don't want water. I want bullets. They should be able to shoot to kill these pieces of shit. They need the mask so they can't be identified, Texas. That's the whole reason for the mask. Exactly, baby girl. Exactly, Cromwell. I swear to God, use deadly force and this shit will stop. Burning up resources because people want to act like a fool. We got 350 million people in this country. We don't need menaces to society in it. The country will go on. Look at them with their stupid ass phones. Oh, absolutely, trooper. Damn right, they're either illegal or they're hood rats. And the hood rats are there just to loot. They don't give a shit about the cause. They just need an excuse to go steal from stores. Look at the little wigger. See the little wigger in the peach color shirt? Stupid bitch. There's another wigger. Yeah, put up the devil sign, you dumb bitch. See, this is what drives me insane right here. They come into our country, they leave their country, and they come into our country for a better life, they say, illegally. And then they want to fly their flag in our country and speak their fucking language in our country. You either learn fucking English and fly an American flag or get the fuck out. Stupid fucking bastards. Jesus. Is that all of it? No, here we go. There's an American flag. Yeah, if they would use deadly force, they kill 2 or 3 of them and the rest of them would run away and not come back. And then the word would get out, they're shooting to kill rioters, and they'd stop rioting across the country. What's meager? And see, not one of these women out there, look at them, look how nasty they look. Not one of them in good faith could put on a bikini and go to the pool and sunbathe. Not unless, you know, they want to make people throw up. Just nasty fucking uneducated idiots. Yeah, they act like they owned it, like they have rights. And they have no rights in this country. The Constitution is for American citizens only. They don't have a right to due process. They don't have the right to freedom of speech. They don't have a right to bear arms. They don't have a right to protection under search and seizure. They have no fucking rights unless they're an American citizen. Period. Oh no, Trump is nicking it in the butt. There you go, Texas. This bitch here doesn't know where she's going. How many times she walked around in front of the camera? Over and over. The fuck is that? It's like some hood rat. Exactly, Chris. And learn English. If they really wanted to be here, they'll learn English. Guys, I'm gonna leave this running. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're ready to go.
What? For one, you're parked illegally, and two, your lights aren't on.
You clearly see I'm a police officer. I'm here on official police business.
What does that mean?
It means I'm on police business. I can park wherever I want.
No, you're parked illegally.
I'm not
You don't have your lights on.
Wrong. I can park wherever the fuck I want.
How are you at a call? Your lights aren't on.
They don't always need to be on.
When did that happen?
Why would my lights need to be on?
If I work at 1016 or whatever, my lights ain't on. But that's what you get. Some fucking hood rat hired by DEI. Don't know what she's talking about.
Because you said you were at a call. You were on a
official
call.
police business.
No, you just...
He said he's in an official police business. And she keeps fucking with me, and I'm going to arrest her for fucking obstruction of justice.
No, you said you got a call.
I said I was on official police business.
Oh, what does that mean?
Exactly what I said, official police business.
Okay, sir, just let me do my job, okay?
You're not giving me a ticket.
Yes, I am.
You know, you can't do. I'm clearly a police officer. We're on the same side.
You're parked illegally. That does not give you a right, because you're a police officer, to park illegally.
I get this little power trip you're on. I don't know, this little bit of power you think you're exercising on it, but I promise you're exercising it on the wrong person.
You're getting a ticket.
What are you doing?
I'm giving you a ticket.
Do not touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
450, 33.
Where's my mom? Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Give me your hand, Miss.
No!
Give me your
Sir,
hand.
do not touch me! I didn't do anything!
Give me your hand.
I did not do anything!
Miss Bain.
I didn't, sir! I didn't do anything!
Miss Bain, you were under arrest.
Just pepper spray her stupid ass right there. I
You were
did.
under arrest.
Can you get my mom? Stop touching me!
Miss Bain, you were under arrest.
Right now, so stop touching me, sir.
Miss Bain, you were under
Stop
arrest.
touching me.
Miss Bain, you were under
Stop
arrest.
touching me.
Miss Bain,
Krista!
Miss Bain.
How many times you gonna say that, officer?
What did I do? Bro,
Snatch her ass up. Pepper spray her.
I'm at the bank trying to get another debit card, and they came in here, a sheriff or something came up in here talking about...
Yeah, she's doing a $50,000 check fraud, which is a felony.
Do not touch me! Don't touch me!
I'd pepper spray the shit out of her.
Home 41 on 41, can you start the 56 and car 9 at 255 East Niagara Falls Avenue? Okay, copy. I'll put you on a call.
Somebody shut this idiot up.
How many of your children were home?
You ain't seen your children in 3 days.
Just two? How old are
The only time they give a shit about their children was when they got to take them to DFAC's office or they get hurt by the cops. The only time they give a shit. The rest of the time they're out running in the streets.
21.
Just to let you know, we came down to this. We are recording, just so you know. What happened? What's going on? I popped the tire. Right, you were looking to see where you were in the casino and everything, and it's all good. It's all good. Change the tire. Okay. Okay. All right. The problem is, hang on for a second. Were you the one driving it? No. You weren't driving it? No. I can smell alcohol coming from your breath. We'll see that on the camera. I can go talk to him.
Yeah.
Everything will be good. Leave him. Nope, sir.
She had him in the car? Okay.
Stay put. All right. Why? So we figure this out. Smelling alcohol on your breath, I'm going to have to do an investigation through this. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I want to take everything right by the numbers and by the book, sir. Okay. Hey, officer, can you just sit with him for a minute? I'll take him in my cruiser. Just to let you know, we came down to this. We are recording, just so you know. What happened? What's going on? I popped the tire. Right, you were looking to see where...
She's on the ground. So there. Who is it? My mom. Someone
Father finds out that his daughter...
She's on the ground. What's going on?
Did I see that right? Hold on. Father finds out his daughter killed her own mother. Wow.
So there. Who is it? My mom. Someone broke into that window. All right, hold on. She's on the ground. What's going on?
I don't know. We just got dad. I'm the dad. Okay, Sydney. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. What? What the hell? Where's my wife?
The window's broken, Dad.
I don't think someone broke into the house. The window was broken, but there's no forced entry into the house. The window was broken, and the money actually came through. It's not possible. Clearly, they can see you.
Sidney Powell was sentenced to 15 years to life behind bars, convicted of 2 counts of murder, felonious assault, and tampering with evidence. In 2020, Powell hit her mother in the head with an iron skillet and then stabbed her to death.
She's on the ground. So there's.
Damn.
DoorDash. It's DoorDash. I have a delivery.
Oh boy, 2 women at the door. This ain't gonna be fun.
It's DoorDash. I have a delivery for 103. Yeah, I have a delivery. Can you open the door? Hi. Yeah, hi. You don't need anyone else here? Okay. Okay. There's someone else here. You want to put her in check? Yeah, can you come in and check? All right, guys. Anyone here? DoorDash! It's...
Afternoon, sir. My name's Darren Jarrett. I'm with New Mexico State Police. The reason for the stop is your window tint's a little too dark. Real quick. You have a firearm on you? Yeah. Mind if I take it off you for my safety?
No, you don't have to ask them. Oh, this is backwards.
Cueva fires
Yeah, we've
an
seen
AR-15
this.
style rifle at Officer Jarrett, hitting him multiple times before delivering a fatal point-blank round to the back of the head. He then flees the scene, leaving Officer Jarrett for dead on the side of the road.
Yeah, we've seen this one.
These crazy, bro. Really finna turn up on this, bro. Y'all finna see this live, bro. Straight up, y'all finna see this live, bro. I say one for the team, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. What's up? What's up? Come here. Come here. Come here. Rachel, come here. Rachel, come here. Get your hands off of her.
Fucking piece of shit.
Get your hands off of her. Get your hands off of her. Get your fucking hands off of her. Rachel, come here. Rachel, come here.
Everybody good?
These crazy, bro. Really finna turn up on this.
Inmate Timothy Monk pulls out a prison-made weapon from his sock and puts it to the librarian's throat. In the struggle, librarian Alan Hartzell did exactly as he was trained and pepper sprayed his attacker. The move would prove crucial to his rescue. Monk then dragged the man into the corner of the room as hostage negotiators and tactical teams lined up in the hallways.
I told you, I'm gonna show you how bad I am. Why do I gotta do this?
You shouldn't. It should have never came to this.
The effects of the pepper spray began to intensify.
Sick to your stomach?
Yep.
Yeah? Except for the spray?
Tactical teams took advantage of the moment, sending in a flashbang and rushing in to rescue the librarian. They were able to get the man out safely, while Monk was handcuffed and carted off on a gurney. Inmate Timothy Monk
Should've shot him in the
pulls out a
head.
prison-made weapon from his sock and puts it to the librarian's.
A sniper should have been there and just shot him in the head.
Take your hands out of your pocket. Nobody got gun.
Fucking liar. Who's got the gun?
Nobody got the gun.
You didn't hear the gunfire?
No.
I had an officer sitting
Yeah,
right
they
there.
do. They always act like they're just learning how to talk.
No. Listen.
They speak
Okay,
Ebonics.
I think we're all out here.
No, listen. This car I tested because I'm gonna bring to commerce.
Did it go 30 times? Did it go back,
you
back,
wanna,
back, back, back,
yeah,
back,
you want to
back
hear?
30 times?
You want to hear?
I do want to hear.
Yeah, because this is mistake.
Do it again.
With whatever.
Yes,
Listen.
crank it up.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Stop
but,
talking, crank it up. Show me.
There's a mistake. But the way he speaks, I don't like. Yeah,
You're
good.
wasting our time out here.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Oh,
Wow.
no, yes. Ew. This place is just gross, dude.
Let me tell you something. There is no mistaking. Now, the first time you smell a dead body, you won't, unless you're looking at it, you won't know what you're smelling. It's a mystery. It's like, what is that smell? But after you smell it the first time, there's no mistaking it. You'll never say, what is that smell again? You'll know it's a dead body.
What is this? The freezer? Yep. Where's it locked at? It's right here.
Without the keys, officers struggle to open the locked freezer. Thankfully, the locksmith is still on hand and willing to do the potentially gruesome job.
I loved the job, but it wasn't worth losing my... As a librarian? Really?
I know the smell.
What's that?
Yep, I know the smell too. Very well.
Oh, mother.
Did you hear the officer? He said, I know that smell. There's no mistaking it. It doesn't smell like a dead deer or a rat or a squirrel. You know it.
Oh. I got a whiff. There's something in there. There's a person in here. Go get him in handcuffs. Is that blood? No, I think that's Ew. What? This place is just gross, dude. What is this? The freezer? Yep. Where's it locked at? It's right here.
Without the keys, officers struggle to open the locked freezer. Thankfully, the locksmith is still on hand and willing to do the potentially gruesome job.
You know, Miss T-Gun just said on YouTube, it's cloying, and you can't wash, no, you cannot wash it away. I shaved my mustache off because I kept, days later, I still smelt that dead body, and it was in my mustache. And I haven't worn a mustache since. My uniform that night, we burnt it. You can't get the smell out. So, yeah.
There's a body in here, dude. I swear to God.
I've told body cams here now. Wow.
I know the smell.
People don't even know how to act at a library anymore. You go in there and keep your mouth shut. That's it. It's pretty simple. And don't steal nothing.
I got a whiff.
Pretty common sense, right?
There's a person in here.
How high is
Go
this?
get him in handcuffs. Is that blood? No, I think that's Ew. What? This place is just gross, dude. What is this? The freezer? Yep. Where's it locked at?
That looks like a library. Okay, I stand corrected, Miss T-Gun. This looks like it's at a library. What did it say in the beginning? Cops save kids from school. Oh, school. This is at the school library. Damn. Oh, shit. That poor kid.
Stay right there, okay? Stay right there, you're all right. I'm scared.
Damn.
Okay. Whatever you do, don't die.
So you understand your right to remain silent? Yeah. What is your name?
Nathaniel G. Nathaniel G. I go by Nathan.
Wow.
Okay, you pull the cover back for me. Why is she covered up like that? Her face. Okay, step back. Step back.
She's dead.
What do you mean she's dead?
She's dead.
All right.
You shoot me in the face.
No.
Please shoot me in the face.
No.
Her relatives. Call her relatives.
On the ground. Yep, put it behind your back. Don't move. She's gonna do.
Oh, shit.
Stop! Stop resisting! Stop! Sir!
Right in the head.
Stop!
Right in the head.
You will be shot!
Right
Stop!
In the head. Right in the head, please.
Okay, you put the cover back for me?
Insurance fraud. But see, that wouldn't be insurance fraud. See, the cars belong on the road. This is not a crosswalk. She wants to run out in front of traffic, so be it. Mama should have taught you how to look both ways. There's no insurance fraud there. Insurance company ain't gonna pay her. She ran out in the roadway where cars are.
But it's crazy. Like, he had one hand on the... What the... Oh, my God.
At first, it just looks like a close call, but looks can be deceiving.
Oh, my God. What is he doing?
The suspects then get out of the car, holding their heads and necks as if hurt. They begin taking photos of Natasha's license plate while she stays inside.
Is anybody surprised on the race? Nope.
And calls police.
You good?
Overdoses? What the fuck?
Wake up, bro! Yeah, where my car's at? First, no, straight his leg. Straight his leg. Yep. How you see this shit on me? Drag him out. Drag him out.
Overdosed on what?
I came to use the restroom. I thought he was in there taking a poop, and as soon as I opened the door, he's leaning against the corner. Margo! You good? Margo! Wake up!
Yeah, very bad acting.
Yeah, where my car?
Wow.
First, no, straight his leg. Straight his leg. Yep.
Damn.
Okay, yeah. She's gone. She's dead. I'm sorry. You can't go in. No, not now. I'm sorry.
Damn. I've been there, done that before.
Sir, I'm sorry for your loss. Can we step outside?
Yeah, they have to step outside. This is a crime scene. They should have never let the father inside the house to begin with. So the officer has to say, can we step outside? They wouldn't have went inside. I understand their grief, but it's a crime scene. We have to protect that crime scene.
Okay, yeah. She's gone. She's dead. I'm
Wow.
sorry. You can't go in. No, not now.
Ma'am, can I please talk with you?
No,
Okay.
you wouldn't understand. Was your daughter shut up? No, she was not.
See, this is when you know you're dealing with an uneducated idiot. They got to be loud and obnoxious.
So this means something to me.
But the other, okay, I understand it means something to you, ma'am, but there's hundreds of kids in the school.
Look at, there's kids here, you dumb bitch. The world don't revolve around your grief, okay? Just deal with it.
Okay, I have nothing to do with their protest.
Get my son! Do I have to walk and open the door? I thought you wanted me out of here.
I do, but I want you to be quiet because you're disturbing the other kids.
Talking to me, stop.
Oh, that's, yeah.
You're just not allowed past this point, and you're causing a disturbance to the school. That's the whole reason I have contact with you.
Now, I've dealt with that before, Texas, because the parents or the father came to the scene. But usually it's the sergeant or the lieutenant that goes and does that. As a traffic unit, I didn't have to do that. I've done it only because I was forced into it because the father came to the scene where his daughter was. So.
Ma'am, Ma'am, can I please talk with you?
No.
Okay.
You wouldn't understand. Was your daughter shut up?
Holy shit! Full of dead bodies on a welfare check.
Right here. Well. Please. Hold the stick there. Bacon. Got it? One more. Gunshot back in the head. She's wearing the white. Yeah. One more down here. That's another dead body. This is Michael here.
Damn. Damn.
Tell me about,
Explains how daddy shot mommy in the face.
My dad is bad now. Your dad is bad now?
He did that in front of his kid? Now, if they're 12 or older, that's fine. Right? But, jeez Christ. He's like 4 years old.
My dad, my mom. Your dad, your mom? And then what happened? And my mom, they got no weapon. Mom don't got no weapon? And then you said dad is bad now because he shot mom? Yeah. Yeah? Where did mom get shot? On the stomach everywhere. On the stomach everywhere? What did he shoot mom with? AK-47. AK-47? Well, thank you, Benjamin, for letting me learn about you. Tell me about,
Oh, wow, T-Gun. I didn't know that.
So we got a tip from the FBI saying that somebody from your old address had made a threat to shoot up a school.
For real? Tell me what.
You have any kids or anything living here?
Yeah, Colt Gray.
Colt?
Yeah, Colt. He's my oldest son.
How old is he?
He's 13.
Can we talk to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Colt, what's going on, bud? So did your dad kind of explain everything to you?
Said something about shooting up a school.
Yeah, Chris, very sad.
I just told him, I don't know what. Maybe they misheard somebody else. I don't remember say that.
If you look me in the eye and you tell me that's what you're telling me, I got no choice but to take it to work right now. But
14-year-old Colt Gray faces 4 murder charges. He's accused of opening fire inside the school, killing 2 students and 2 teachers.
Could you imagine the cop showing up and you find out your son or your kid is a shooter at the school? Oh, I'd kill him. I'd kill him. I'd just kill him. I brought him into this world. I'd go ahead and take him out. No.
His father, Colin Gray, is
I'd
charged
lose
with 2
my
counts
fucking
of
mind.
second-degree murder, accused of buying Colt, the gun used in that shooting.
Oh,
so we got
shit.
a tip from the FBI saying that
Is that how you ate mom? Cut her up in little pieces until she bled. You tasted the blood and that tasted good and you couldn't stop and you had some more blood, you had some more body parts.
You might have been stopped. Did you try anybody? You flesh? You people?
Watch out, he'll bite your arm.
Get it out, buddy. I was. Get it out. Come on. Go in the door and sneak up to the bedroom with a knife. Yeah. Get it? Then sneak up there with a knife. And Laura was in there sleeping. She was beautiful. And that person got on top of Laura, got a knife out, started cutting. It's an awful thing.
Is that how you ate mom?
Damn.
Hey, Dan, I'm Deputy Wheeler.
Oh, shit.
I'm
I don't want to watch that one. I just don't. I don't want to watch that one. 160 miles an hour. Bye-bye, baby.
Yeah, I got people pointing. He hit himself. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, the father was charged because he bought the gun. for the kid. Can't buy a gun for a kid. You can a rifle for hunting. But the gun is still registered in the father's name. You can't register it in the kid's name, obviously. Bye-bye, baby. Oh, shit.
Don't make us release our canine. In the creek. They're working their way south.
You hear that? They don't have a canine. The officers bark. I used to do something similar to that. I didn't bark, but I'd like, sick him, get him, get him. Yeah, let the dog go. And then I'd tell my partner, shoot him, shoot him. And I'm out there by myself. Nobody's even out there with me.
Female, blonde hair, red pants, black hoodie, black and orange backpack. Better stop! Over here. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest. 2 more coming. That's the best stick deployment. You see me? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pull him.
That was great.
He was figuring out what to do.
That was great.
Make us release our canine.
They don't even have a canine.
You're in possession of a firearm on school grounds.
I understand that, but no one was harmed.
Received. It doesn't matter if anybody's harmed. You're not allowed to possess a firearm, period, let alone on school
Correct.
Okay, what are you doing with the handgun
of course.
on school grounds?
Of course. That figures. Yeah, I think it was believable.
Because I understand that there's people on school grounds that likes to bully people, and I felt like I was getting bullied by certain people on school grounds.
Yeah, right. Then go to your own school, you piece of shit.
I got it from off the streets.
Deltac 380 semi-automatic. Is there anything in it?
Yes.
It's loaded.
It's loaded.
I'm 18.
You're 18 now? Okay, so you're going
We
to
need to
the
segregate our schools so white kids can actually learn and not be disrupted by the hood rats in the classroom.
I didn't harm nobody.
You're in possession of a firearm on
I
school grounds.
understand that.
Don't try to twist me up. Get up. Get up. I'm fucking loud. Get up. You brought me out again.
I think it was Whoopi's daughter, yeah.
I'll bite you. No, push me again. Push me again. Shut the fuck about me and the police. You're not fit to be a police officer. How much you weigh? About 2 stones. You weigh 9 right on your hand. I can't give a fuck. I live in a hole. Wherever you put me in the prison. I'm gonna rule that prison. I'll put me in the non-swing. Fucking kill them nuns.
Talk about a real piece of shit. It's Whoopi Goldberg. What a fucking menace to society she is.
Hey, stop! Stop! Stop right now! Stop! Hands! Stop. Lean up against the car. Lean up against the car. Lean up against... Drop your phone. All right, well, drop your phone. Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Get your hand behind your back! What's with you? Stop! I'm not doing anything! What's up? Stop! Hey, stop! Stop! Stop right now! Stop.
Yeah, I know, Cromwell. That's nasty in itself. I mean, who would take a name like that because she wants to be fucking nasty and disgusting on a set? That's just, that tells you her fucking mindset right there. She's a fucking dumbass.
Drop your phone. All right, well, drop your phone.
I do too, T-Gun. They're definitely not fit to be police officers. But men aren't fit to be nurses. What the fuck? Men are not nurturing. That's what nurse stands for. Nurturing. We're not.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Hands behind
Makes me sick to my stomach to go to the hospital and see some fucking piece of shit male with a fucking nurse uniform on. You dumbass.
Stop. I'm not doing anything. What the? Stop. Hey, stop. Stop. Stop right now.
I'm sorry, guy. I'm so used to running videos and just letting them run that we're watching a fucking short like 3 times before I realize we've already solved this one. But what do you guys think? Do you like this way of streaming? Give me an idea. It's a little harder on me to do it this way, but that's okay. I'll do it. I wish nurses still wore those. Holy shit. And those tight skirts. And they always seem to have to give you a sponge bath. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. Last thing I want to see is a goddamn man come in there pretending to be a nurse. Men are not even close to being nurturing. Unless you've had puberty blockers and shit. Yeah, we protect. We don't nurture.
X-ray 316, shot fires, suspects down. He's on Madison, just south of 67.
Yeah, I saw that stupid ass movie. I hated that movie. With Robert De Niro and then that faggoty looking guy. I forgot his name, but Ben Stiller. No, Ben, that might be his name. Fucking feminine piece of shit.
Okay, so you're actually not allowed to take pictures on the installation.
Could you tell me what law is that?
We were just informed that we had a gentleman coming around. So this is our best circle.
Okay.
Cool. He's a really nice guy.
Cool.
One of our best players.
I really hope so. Cool.
I never got your name, sir.
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
I didn't like it.
Nothing, I'm actually good. I'm just working on a story, video recording the main entrance of the military base.
You cannot record.
You can't. For security reasons, national security reasons, you cannot record on a military base. Are you fucking stupid?
On a military installation.
Do you guys protect the Constitution?
We do. We uphold the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
It's already been ruled by the Supreme Court that we're allowed to film you guys.
Let me go.
No, it isn't.
I just came from the Supreme. Oh,
the Supreme Court can't tell the executive branch what to do.
And detain you, and then I will turn you over to PG County.
Okay, so you're actually not allowed to take pictures on the installation.
Wow.
Afternoon, Officer Gold, South Creek Police Department. Here's I'm stopping you as you're doing 103 miles an hour in a posted 45-mile-an-hour zone. Do you have your driver's license, registration, proof, insurance?
Yes, I apologize, sir. I'm doing a test drive right now for the customer. I am so sorry about that.
Mr. Gallegos, I need you to step out of the car.
Okay.
Because right now you're under arrest for reckless driving.
Really?
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Get out of the car.
He wasn't up against some dumbass local police officer that doesn't have a backbone.
Stand right here. Turn around, face that direction. Put your hands behind your back.
Is there anything I can do, officer? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude.
I don't think he's gonna make a sale.
Kidding me? Afternoon, Officer Gold, South Creek Police Department. Here's I'm stopping you as you're doing.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you? Oh, Jesus.
The craziest thing, you're not gonna believe.
What happened?
So we got a call, somebody's concerned. Are you like a hairstylist?
No. Sorry, my breast's fine.
I can't tell. You're
okay.
So there's like hair hanging out your thumb.
Oh my Jesus.
Someone's
Oh, that's my weave. Oh, hold on. That's not my wig. Hold on. Oh.
You gotta come see it though.
Oh my Jesus.
You gotta see it though.
Oh, jeez.
And that's when he captured something horrifying on camera.
La cave. C'est quoi ça?
Whoa, look at that.
tall, dark figure with creepy, glowing eyes can be seen peeking at him from behind the wall.
You'd just broken into.
Seemingly out of nowhere, the figure sprints towards the man as he runs out of the.
I'm just going to be honest. All you'd see is my little ass and my butterfly going in the opposite direction. I would look like a blur. Like, okay, I see the ghost thing. And did you see that blur go by? That would be me. Yeah, I don't mind. I like the ghosts and the spirits and all that shit. I'd love to do, you know, go tour and check out abandoned places. But something like that peeks around the corner, oh, you're just going to see ankles and elbows. I'm gone.
He explained.
No, I'm not pepper spraying it. The fucking thing is dead or whatever. No. I'm not even taking time to do this, Hojo. I'm not, no. My common sense is going to kick in, and I'm going to be like, hey, feet, if you don't get me out of this shit, I won't never buy you no more shoes. And then I'm gone.
At first, he thought it was just a person living inside the cave. But after watching the video, he doesn't know who or what this figure could be.
Hey, oh, shit. That scared me. Thought we were still on the go.
Oh my god.
What? Wait.
It's a man as he runs out of the
I'm
prison.
sorry. I went back too far.
At first he thought it was just a person living inside the cave. But after watching the video, he doesn't know who or what.
I want to see why this guy fell down that mountain. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. His feet got out from underneath him. Holy shit. Over.
Want to see something really scary and really dangerous?
Okay. Show me. That's water. That's not scary and dangerous as long as you don't jump in. Oh, yeah, that would do it.
Don't want to cool off from there, because
nah, not at all.
If you do, you will cool off forever.
That was badass.
Michael Jackson, I don't know if you know, he was not a fan of that tribe.
All I want to say is that they don't really care about
so you're aware.
Sue me, everybody.
Yep, but they...
Let me tell you something about Michael Jackson. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but it was all over the place that he was a pedophile and he had Wonderland and to lure the kid. That's such bullshit. Michael Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, through my research, because I was real curious about the whole thing, what a great guy. What an awesome individual he was. And the last thing this man would ever do is hurt a child. Yeah, he fucked up his face because he was trying to get his nose right, and the doctor kept fucking up his nose. And he had that disease where part of his skin was white, so he just went ahead and bleached all of his skin, which wasn't, he should have just stayed like he was, but he was still a good person.
They censored those words. They censored and all that. And it's...
No, T-Gun. Remove the stitches. Pat would not pepper spray a ghost. I'd be too busy getting my butterfly the fuck out of there. No stitches required, sweetheart. I'm being honest. If I'm live streaming that shit, I would prove it to you. Oh no. God help the wall that gets in my fucking way. Oh, I'm not even kidding. Something like that peeks around the corner at me. Oh, I'm done. There ain't none of this either.
It's really sad, actually, to look at Michael Jackson's legacy because he was a very tormented...
I do too, Texas. Awesome music. Great role, except for his face. I wished he would have stopped. I watched this whole documentary about Michael Jackson on why his face was white. Because I remember him back in the 80s. Great looking guy. And he went in for a nose surgery and the doctor fucked it up, so he had to go back and go back and go back, and it just started fucking up his face with all that plastic surgery trying to fix what the first doctor fucked up.
Soul, right? Like he went through a lot of hardship, but he was such a kind and wonderful human. And and when you actually dig through the history, like it's very clear that all the stuff was total slander.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you hear that? That's what I'm talking about. That whole thing was slander. Listen what he says. I didn't know he was going to say that.
Soul, right? Like he went through a lot of hardship, but he was such a kind and wonderful human. And when you actually dig through the history, like it's very clear that all the stuff was total slander.
Absolutely. It was bullshit.
Down here on Door Street. But what is this over here? What is that?
It's a balloon.
In the sky.
It's an orange weather balloon.
Down here. How can
I think so too, baby girl. Because, I mean, I was 19 years old and I was a Michael Jackson fan. But that's when he looked really cool. He didn't look like a mummy. But I'm just saying, him looking like a mummy was not his fault. He was trying to get his nose fixed and it just kept over and over and over, fucked it up.
You could have stopped that.
Exactly, Hojo. So anybody that thinks Michael Jackson was a pedophile, that's such bullshit. He loved kids and would never hurt any of them.
How did you know this was happening?
Reddit.
Reddit leaked an How did Reddit know about an ICE raid? How would Reddit know that? Yes, he was. And he was, what do they call it? He had a thing about germs. So, yeah, he was. I'm not saying he was perfect. I'm just saying he was a really good person. Hey, baby girls.
Y'all think Elon's an alien or at least part alien?
He's not real. Elon's not real.
Okay.
He filed 2 patents.
Call me crazy, but I believe that. I don't have any proof. I've done some research on Elon. I'm just saying it's just my delusional personal opinion. I don't have a fucking clue what I'm talking about, but I believe that Elon Musk is a fucking alien. Here from another planet somewhere. I truly believe that. No proof, just my delusional opinion. Think what you want.
Right? Telekinesis and telepathy. You don't think that he has a Neuralink in his brain already? Another thing is he's been predicted. Werner von Braun, one of the lead scientists in NASA that they brought over from Nazi Germany, he wrote a book called Project Mars. In this book, there's a guy named Elon that's going to take humanity to an exploration to Mars.
That's insane. When was that book written?
That book was written in the 60s.
What?
Even if your name is Elon, what are the chances that you become a billionaire and now you're leading humanity to Mars?
What made him a billionaire? That SpaceX contract. That's what made him a billionaire. Tesla was bankrupt. Where's the largest deposits of lithium in our immediate solar system? Mars. So he's got incentive to want to get there.
I don't think he's human. He can't be.
I don't think he's human either. Whoa! You see that?
Tourists fled from.
No, I want to see that.
To want to get there.
I don't think he's human. He can't be.
Like we are all living in the MIB world. What's the MIB? Men in Black? Okay, yeah. That's why he wants to go to Mars. I don't know about all that, Cromwell. I'm just saying my personal delusional opinion is Elon Musk is an alien. I mean, seriously. Who sits around and thinks about you connect this wire to that hard drive, and voila, you got a fucking robot that can cook and clean, and now let's pass it on to the cars. It'll drive you anywhere you want to go. Who comes up with that shit? An alien that already has that on their planet. I have no proof. I'm just saying. I think he's an alien. And if it came out next week that, oh, fuck, he's from the planet Mork, it would not surprise... Nanu. It wouldn't surprise me a bit. I'd be like, I fucking knew it. Wow, did you see that? He was just checking his fucking mail.
Tourists fled for their lives as huge ash clouds exploded from Mount Etna. Europe's most active...
Oh, I don't know about Einstein and all. I'm just talking about Elon. And I'm not saying I'm right, guys. I'm just saying that's my opinion. That's what I believe. 100% I believe that Elon Musk is a fucking alien from another planet.
The volcano had experienced some activity overnight.
Yeah, Tesla is fucking like alien technology.
But within a few hours, it had escalated to continuous explosions of growing intensity.
If you see someone like this, tell them to burn their clothes right away. Lately, there are posts surfacing about people with no heads in videos or even in photos. Some people believe this could be a bad sign. Like in the Philippines, there's an old belief that that person might die soon. So to stop this from happening, some people suggest burning the clothes of the person with no head as fast as possible so that hopefully nothing bad will happen to them or worse.
See, I think that's just a camera glitch or something, right? Does anybody have an idea how they would do that? They're going to have a big problem on how to do it in the Philippines because that's a very poor country. I've been there 4 times. It's an edit. Yeah, see, that's what I would think. But how would you edit just off the head? Of course, I don't know how to use Photo Op or Photoshop. Is it Photoshop? Yeah, Photoshop.
So that they don't die. But whether it's true or not, there seems to be many stories about this, and it can be really creepy.
That looked like a computer.
We're cooked. AI has gotten so realistic that it's fooling even the most tech-savvy among us. This video of a kangaroo waiting to board a plane recently went viral, and many viewers didn't even realize it wasn't real. The original video was uploaded by the Instagram account Infinite Unreality, which posts lots of bizarre AI videos, but most of them are much easier to spot.
Don't do that, then they're gonna start flying everywhere.
They're already flying everywhere.
No, they're just chilling.
Do I just get the person that like works here?
No.
But I can't sleep in here with this many moths.
I think I need another room, you know, minus the bugs. I agree, Chris. All those nose rings, it looks fucking disgusting. Now, I tell you what's sexy as hell. Are you ready, Chris? I'll tell you something that when I first saw it, I was like, ouch, that would fucking hurt. But then I saw one where she was wearing a bikini. Oh, so sexy. Is a belly button ring. I would never do it. Of course, I wouldn't look all that sexy. But a woman with a belly button ring, god damn, that's sexy.
Lines are snapping. Look. Wait for it. Ooh.
What is it? I don't see it. I give up.
You won't believe me, but I went to the alien church hidden behind the metro.
This is Elon Musk's church. Not really. I'm just kidding.
Tracks in Los Angeles, and what I saw left me speechless. I saw an alien high priest, an alien Last Supper, and even an alien male.
These are Elon Musk ancestors, relatives.
to a cross. One of the members told me he was abducted as a child by aliens and claimed that they left a magnetic implant in his body. But what really caught me off guard was some of their projects. One of them is called the Fear Circularity Alarm, an implant they say can detect when you're in danger. And if that wasn't wild enough, they believe their trinkets can slow down time and even boost stem cells. So I had to dig deeper. What is this place and what do they really believe in?
I give it to Elon as a presentation from our country. Thank you, Elon. Take care.
I'm telling you, this guy's an alien. Call me stupid, because I probably am. But I just feel it. It's not just I believe it. Every time I hear him talk, the way he talks, the way his body language is, I really believe it.
Presentation from our country.
Dinner is served.
That's a big fella right
You have to kill him first, though. Wow.
He's like, I spared you, bro.
I hope he don't like butterflies. Holy shit.
This just went off in Moscow. I can't even begin to tell you guys just how bad this is. Because before this even started going off, we had reports coming out of Russia that their leader was getting their nuclear stuff ready and on high alert because, I don't know, maybe they knew that something was going to happen, something giant. Allow me to explain to you why this is so bad and why this is the closest we have ever been to
redneck fishing.
That's it, stupid. By the way, if you're on TikTok and you see this in your For You feed, let me know. That being said, it's because the leader of the United States and the leader of Russia have decided not to work together anymore. And ever since then, it's gotten insane. Both in this place and the other place that, they're fighting. But not just them. Russia's being backed by Iran. Yeah, you like to say
Iran. I agree.
And they are working it out with Pakistan. And
yeah, I've had alligator.
Egypt. With all the things happening in the Middle East.
No,
right
I'm
now,
sorry. No. I'm sorry. I didn't have alligator. I had rattlesnake. I apologize. It wasn't. I've never had alligator. It was a rattlesnake. My dad and Jerry Murphy, his another deputy sheriff at the time, back in the 70s, they shot one going across the road. This big alligator or this big snake. It was a rattlesnake. Jerry Murphy cut that thing open, and in our backyard, it was dead. Cut it open, cleaned it, and we fried it up. Tasted like chicken. No shit.
Directly, but indirectly, might be the final piece until something really.
I don't know.
One thing is for sure, within 24 hours,
13.
we'll know a lot more. And the scariest part about.
Yeah, that's what I just said, Texas. Tastes like chicken. Those taste better than it sounds. Yeah, it was definitely. I was a kid, so it didn't matter to me. It wasn't like, if I was an adult, I would have thought about, ooh, this is rattlesnake. As a kid, you just eat whatever's put in front of you.
3 years ago, God gave me a dream, and yeah, I recorded, I showed y'all, and it showed the escalation and what was going to be the final part. If you don't remember, it had to do with them and the Middle East. But if you saw it, you know.
What's that, Dad?
I don't.
We can't go to China and buy farmland, but China can buy all the farmland here. What's that about?
They own almost 400,000 acres.
How is that possible?
We've been sold out a long time ago. China has already invaded.
Last year, 40,000 war-age males, all Chinese nationals, crossed the border illegally.
Correct.
The United States Justice Department had shut down 27 illegal police Chinese stations that were operating here in the United States. Entire floors of commercial real estate buildings in the United States of America were being used by Chinese hackers to knock down cell towers.
And a former senior advisor just got arrested being a Chinese spy. And then another U.S. state official got caught, literally red-handed, getting paid in Chinese yuan. We've been infiltrated on a 5D chess level. We're talking about our water systems, our financial
I didn't know
system,
that.
our food. There's 45,000 Chinese restaurants in America, and they don't have any commercials.
The Chinese government poured more concrete in the continent of Africa last year than the entire size of the United States of America.
Did anybody know all that? I didn't know that.
Heads on tables everywhere in the markets.
Human heads?
Oh yeah, piles of bodies.
Why were there human heads on tables?
Cannibalism. It's voodoo, man.
Cannibalism?
It's West Africa. It is like hardcore.
Do you see that happening?
Every day. If you type in rebels of Liberia, West Africa, you will see crazy people with wigs and weird glasses and wearing women's dresses and life preservers, and they're out there shooting with AKs and RPGs, kind of Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. That is Liberia. The ground, the pavement, is all 7.62 by 39 brass. There's no pavement. It's brass everywhere you go in the streets. Just constant gunfights.
What a freeloader. Look at that. Freeloader.
They've been hiding this from you, but we discovered why all these celebrities chose Satan, and it's way worse than you think. Look closely. The same ancient symbol keeps showing up in music videos, red carpets, even jewelry worn by your favorite stars. It's not just for aesthetic, it's the same pattern found on forbidden altars, in ancient ruins, and in secret temples. Some say it's the Star of Remphan, linked to God's people were exiled for worshipping. Others call it the Seal of Saturn. But what if it's not just symbolic? Hollywood elites, CEOs, billionaires, why are they all flashing this same symbol? Why are they all suddenly obsessed with rituals, blood, and rebirth?
That's the Jewish star right there.
The deeper you dig, the more you realize they don't just play roles on camera. They're following something dark, something ancient, and maybe you've unknowingly worshipped it too. The craziest part? You've seen it your whole life. On flags, in churches, on TV, right in your face. Am I crazy for this, or is it all true?
So a lot of people thought the video I just made about the sun looking red all over the world was the sun, but y'all, this was not the sun. Check this out, man. Look, now this video was sent to me from Florida. I'm gonna show y'all that this is not the sun and that is not the moon. The sun,
of course, it's not the sun. I would know that.
And that's not the sun. That can't be the sun because
you heard him. He said that's a
planet.
planet.
That's a planet. What planet?
The sunset is over there.
Look at the sunset. You see, the kids know. The kids know. They know. And look at the moon. Look at that. Look at this. Check this video out from Canada because they want to blame the sun looking red on the wildfires, right? But why is there two suns in Canada? This red one over here, and then you have the sun, the orange sun setting over there. What is that about? Look at this. When I tell you everybody was seeing this all over the world, this was in London. This lady
I've never seen any of that.
And she saw these things, I don't know.
Oh, is it Uranus? Okay.
It's crazy. Watch this, y'all.
Well, that lines up with the pegging party, so, I mean, at least we're on the same page. Shape phenomena in central London.
the ship's changed to like an apple.
How does that happen, y'all? How does that happen? This happened on her live stream. And again, the sun already set. This is after the sunset. So this is not the sun, y'all. This is the red Kachina.
Because I'm trying to tell y'all, people ain't know the Titanic sunk on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I say it's so much hidden knowledge, and people caught flack when I said this, but a lot of people liked it when I said that if the regurgitated version of the Bible that they gave us today help black people or any people get out of their current situation, they would have never introduced it to us, which is true.
Right.
Because the Vatican has so much fucking like books.
It goes hand in hand.
Real knowledge that a lot of people
Power driving.
but they give us this. Right. Anytime your enemy gives you something, it's not for your use, bro.
They gave us shackles.
That's all it is. And that's,
Wow.
see, listen, the Bible, like I say, the Bible is what keep broke people from killing.
You're
rich
right,
people.
therapy.
You see what I'm saying? That's the glue. You see what I'm saying?
What?
It's a belief system, bro. Everything is built around belief system.
I was jumping from the height of a 9-story building, landing in boxes, and I dislocated my shoulder. It came down to my armpit.
Why didn't they do surgery?
I'm like afraid of surgery.
Have you ever gotten stem cells? You should get stem cell therapy. I avoided surgery completely with stem cells.
Really?
Yeah, I had a full-length rotator cuff tear. 6 months later, the tear was completely gone. I said, this is insane. I have some good friends that run a clinic in Tijuana, CPI. It'd help you a lot.
And Bill and Sandra, you know, when things like this are happening, it
David
seems everyone
Blaine?
starts to look up like my
Who's David Blaine? I know that name. David Blaine.
This video that you're looking at right now, we have no idea what it is.
Why do I know that name?
Phenomenon.
This is happening inside a
David
500
Blaine.
feet hole that Jeff Bezos drilled in a mountain in West Texas. He's spending
Oh,
$42
okay,
million bucks
yeah.
to build a clock that will tick once a year for 10,000 years. Every 100 years, it'll chime, and every 1,000 years, a giant cuckoo will come out, for real. It's powered entirely by gravity, and it's designed to last pretty much forever, without any human intervention. What's the point of this? Bezos says the clock is supposed to get us to slow down and think on a way longer time scale. But right now, he's working on drones that will drop packages in your driveway less than an hour after you place an order. Is that a contradiction?
Really?
Well, maybe he's afraid people will stop talking about him after he's gone. So he's leaving this piece of himself behind. Or is this thing really about getting us to see we're part of something way bigger than ourselves?
He's working on drones that will deliver your package within an hour after ordering it. I'm gonna order a box of moon pies. Yep. Chocolate moon pies.
Man, look at this. It's a damn snake on the street.
What is it doing? What the heck?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's crawling.
He ran over though.
Uh-oh.
That is crazy.
That's a big snake.
Yes, look, it's going up her car. It's in the tire. It's in the tire.
Oh shit.
Hell no. Oh no. Better than her car than mine.
Are they multiple species? Are they like, what was their size and how many are usually on a crab?
They're typically the multiple species people really would be raised in nowadays. People have talked about reptilians and insectoids. It's not that they're reptilian or insectoid, it's that they resemble.
They're talking a little bit about Elon Musk right here. Pay attention.
To the Pacific.
Not really.
A reptile or an insect type human, because they have this head and 4 limbs and torso.
Large, small.
Yeah, she's on new clothes.
I would be screaming like a little girl. Yep. I would forget all about being a man at that moment in time.
On new clothes.
What's hiding behind here?
No. No, I don't like spiders or snakes.
This is one of those kill it with fire moments. We'll just close him back up.
And I can't stand fucking clowns either. They're creepy.
Stop fighting.
3 competing extraterrestrial civilizations have been using this planet as a laboratory.
Oh, wow.
I've been told by a Defense Intelligence Agency analyst in December of 1999, and he said, my job was to monitor and analyze the conflicting competition of 3 extraterrestrial biological civilizations in conflict with each other on and apparently over something about this planet for genetic manipulation for at least 270 million years.
The reason that these elite dark occult societies sacrifice and traffic children, first and foremost, is the energy associated with it. So when a human is in a state of fear and trauma, they release a energy, and this energy can be picked up by essentially negative extraterrestrial beings, negative archonic influences, and they feed off of it. They literally feed off the energetic release of fear and trauma. When these dark groups use children, because a child is not mentally programmed yet as an adult is, they are much more innocent. They're much more connected into their higher selves or into their divine, if you will. The trauma that they release.
I'd rather the flies eat the spiders, Texas.
And even in the industry, I used to look out into the crowd, and I promise, I know you're gonna think I'm lying to you. I used to look out and see faces change. Everything felt demonic.
Did you know there's a fire in the middle of the desert that's been burning for over 50 years, and humans created it on purpose? It's called Door to Hell, and it looks like one too. Back in 1971, Soviet scientists were drilling for gas in Turkmenistan when the ground collapsed. They hit a massive underground methane pocket, and it started leaking. They lit it on fire.
Me too, baby girl.
In a few days. That was 5 decades ago. The crater's 230 feet wide, filled with flames and toxic heat, still burning day and night. So yeah, Earth has its own version of an eternal flame.
Man, look at that shit.
I wonder what that is.
Huh?
It's not the sun.
That shit look like... That shit fake, man. That can't
And it's not a planet.
Ain't no way.
It's too close.
God's pharmacy more than man's pharmacy.
Word.
And it was all in the Garden of Eden. He gave you the garden. And he told you, read the Bible, read Genesis. He said to Adam and Eve, everything I put in the garden, I made for the benefit of man. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson came after the garden, y'all. He put in the garden everything for the benefit of man. What was in the garden?
I agree.
Animals, air, water, plants, everything, soil, dirt, minerals, everything he put on the earth. So I'm here to remind you of the incredible, thorough creation God had fulfilled in those 6 days of creating the space you live in. He did it perfectly. Man has tried to figure out how to alter it and then lie to you and manipulate your mind to believe that science figured out a way to make God's creation function better. That is the future of medicine.
Oh, shit.
On August 26, 1991, in Downland Groves, Illinois, 41-year-old Mary Teresa stood beside her lawyer at the Fairview Avenue train station. She was a mother of 3, and that afternoon, she was on her way to finally end the bitter chapter of her life. She was meeting her ex-husband to sign the divorce papers. At 5:50 p.m., the warning bell started ringing. The crossing gates came down, and barreling toward the station was a freight train, BN 9912, screaming in at over 60 miles per hour. But Mary and her lawyer, they were deep in conversation, walking, focused, distracted. They stepped past the lower gates, and just as the ground began to tremble, her lawyer looked up and froze. He saw it, a wall of steel racing toward them. He stopped, but Mary didn't. Her mind was somewhere else, spinning with thoughts on the divorce, the kids, her life falling apart. She never even turned her head, and then boom! The train slammed into her like a missile. The impact lifted her off the ground and launched her down the tracks like a rag doll. She never had time to scream, and she was killed instantly. But the horror didn't end there, because just a few feet away, a man had been filming the train's arrival, and instead, he captured a death, a real-time recording of a woman's final moment. The train's engineer later said he saw her body every time he passed that spot, and it haunted him, until one day he couldn't take it anymore, and he quit. Mary's family filed a lawsuit, but in 1996, the court threw it out. The gates were down, the bells were blaring. They said Mary walked into it. No one was held responsible. No one paid. The train that killed her, BN 9912, was retired the very next year.
Saying also these gray ones are the ones that we see most of the time, and you said that most of that there are a lot of different motives for them being here. The gray ones, what kind of a deal we got going with them? Is that the bunch that you suggest we've made a deal with for military technology?
I think we made a deal with them, and talks about when he's seen them doing this to their skin, and they're scraping their waist off.
Look
at the size of those spark plugs. Are you kidding me? That's massive, dude. Those spark plugs are huge, man. What are they working on?
The reptilian
I don't
statue
think-
of Morop in Peru. In the
I don't think there were spark
often
plugs.
referred to as the capital of friendship, stands an unusual monument dedicated to the ancient god, Morop the reptilian. This statue was meticulously crafted based on ancient
didn't know that.
descriptions, aiming to authentically represent the deity Morop. Roughly 2,000 years ago, the northern region of Peru was home to the Mochi civilization. This society, known for its rich culture and enigmatic mythology, continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts. Among their pantheon was the distinctly reptilian god, Morop, also known as the Iguana Man. The Moche viewed this deity as a formidable figure, essential in their beliefs about the journey to the underworld. Serving as a bridge between the living and the dead, Morop was both revered and feared in equal measure.
Okay, I know some people have seen this picture before, but this is one of the weirdest pictures I've ever seen. You like scroll in on these people.
Oh wow,
This
look at
picture
that.
Almost looks like
Look at that cowboy right there in the middle of it all.
None of these people look like they're together. They're all
Nope.
looking in different directions. They don't even necessarily look like they're all standing there. Like, that lady does not look like she's like next to that guy. And what is he doing? They look so out of place. I have studied this picture. If anybody has like any kind of intuition or discernment at all, they know there is something up with this. This is not what a crowd photograph looks like.
Y'all really need to watch out for provoking spirits. These spirits are very smart, but they're weak and they prey on strong people. These type of spirits will bring you in the fury and let you win the battle, because winning the argument does not make them feel like they won. Getting you out your character and wasting your energy makes them feel like they won. Provoking spirits gets a high out of bringing people out of their character. They get a high out of making people act out of their emotions. You have to know how to identify one of these and control yourself when one of these are attacking you. Because y'all have to realize we are in spiritual warfare. Y'all gotta stop looking at.
Oh, is that what they're for, Cromwell? Thank you, buddy.
Realize that a provoking spirit inhabits people's body.
Yeah, they were pegging plugs.
A provoking spirit can inhabit anybody. It can be your friend, your family, your significant other, or it can be a quote-unquote op. A provoking spirit don't care about physical things, so they'll get you to a point to where you want to unalive them, and you know what? They still won, because they got you to a point where you just threw your life away. Because all that spirit is going to do is jump in another person's body and do the same thing to them that they just did to you. You have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent in this world. You have to realize that some people just do things so you can act out of character and give your energy to them. They love negative energy. They absorb it every time you lash out at them. That's why when you be serious as hell, they be laughing. They'll look at you dead in your face and laugh at you because you did what they want you to do.
This guy in Brazil would dress up as Batman with a red hood. He even had his own homemade weapons like the batarang and everything. He would break into suspected criminals' homes and just beat them senseless. This is as close to
Really?
a more accurate Batman
Good.
as you might get. His name is Rodrigo Rodrigues da Silva. He was also known as the Punisher of Paranaíba in Brazil. He was arrested back in 2023. When he broke in, he had like bladed gauntlets, like the batarang, a utility belt full of different weapons and stuff. He also told police he had intentions to
Thank you,
use
buddy.
all of his weapons on the person's home that he broke into. In Brazil, homicides are very, very like prevalent in the country. He got kind of sick of all these criminals getting away with it, so he decided to take justice into his
Good.
own hands.
We need more people
He
like
also
that.
had, like a submachine gun on him. It's not pictured here, but crazy. And mind you, these are suspected criminals, so maybe some of these aren't confirmed criminals, and the work that he put in to make his suit and his weapons and everything.
You guys have a super blessed evening. We'll see you Monday night. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.